going solo. Want my love, baby, earn it. Yeah, dancing on my own. See if you can follow. Got me feeling alive. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time it's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 I want. Hear me now. I do what I want. Are you ready now? 'Cause it won't be easy. Only get what you work for. Gotta go all out. Whenever you see me, don't be wasting my time. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. 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 Hear me now. Watch me go, lose control. Is this real? All I feel. Break the signs. Every time let's be real, be real, be real. I do what I want. I do what I want.
Good morning. What's new, pussycat? Good afternoon. How the hell are ya? Happy Tuesday. I just had to, damn it. Sorry. I was just sitting here jamming out to the intro. And I got a text from one of my all-time favorite senders, Temu. My God, they blow my shit up all day. In this case, I have to thank them because, first and foremost, can you hear me okay? The last time I was live, well, I unceremoniously lost sound, or it was just really shitty. So I finally decided to break down and go to my husband on bended knee and say, honey, please, can you buy me a mic? No, not really. Shit, buy whatever I want. I don't have to ask. Although I am thinking, I think I might have rather had a pair of shoes. So please tell me that it sounds like it was produced by, I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom just to make sure that the sound is good. Maybe, Tim. Okay, so just somebody, anybody, tell me if I sound like $1 million. And then you can tell me if I look like $1 million. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do that. I did do sound check last night with Crazy Nurse, but it would just be typical of my life in at least the last week or so. My God, it just never fails. I will schedule something to do, and either my finger doesn't come off of the keyboard, or I haven't finished putting it into my calendar when somebody calls and something else has to take precedence. So, how do I sound? Oh, awesome. All right. Sounds like Metallica. Okay. Fantabulous. A green screen. No. Hold on. Hold on. I love that wallpaper. Now listen, I know Dolly doesn't like it, but I love it. So, no green screen. I am ready for the big time. Can you tell by my thumbnail? Yeah, I don't want to work. I want to be famous. No, not really. I like to work. I mean, of course I only enjoy doing work that I enjoy. But hey, if you have that's one of the secrets to life. If you can figure out how to get paid to do what you love, well damn, you're like there you go. You're ahead of the game. That is truly that's oh my god. Well, now wait a minute. I might have to walk back. Be Tim. Come on, let's get real. Hold on. Son of a bitch. Whatever I just hit. Okay, it's taken me 2 years to get a microphone. Let's be realistic. How long do you think it would take? How long do you think it would take me to figure out a green screen or a brown screen or a yellow screen or any kind of screen? I can barely operate a window screen, like real window. Yeah, no. But I do love that idea. Oh, goodness. All right. I'm so glad to hear that the sound is good. I'm going to say hi to the kids in the class really quickly. Y'all, I had a fabulous pair of shoes on. But I decided that I wasn't quite ready to see the orthopedic surgeon today. So, on an emergency basis, so I put them back and I thought, I'm going to have to practice a little more. Y'all, I told my husband, I think I may have finally found the pair of shoes that I cannot conquer. I stand by for that. And when I have a little more practice, and they're a wedge, interestingly enough, they're not, they're not these. These I assure you I could run a touchdown in these. Flag on the play. Y'all know flag on the play is the only oh, that's the only football call I know. Well, I can parrot other ones. I just have no understanding of other ones. Oh, what's the the naughty, you shouldn't have done that. Not pass interference. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Oh shit. Y'all come to YouTube. You want to see some unsportsmanlike conduct. Damn it. Hold on. Now I have to re-engineer my foot in this shoe. But yes, these are a pair of they're really sexy. Like most of my shoes tend to be. Son of a bitch. What is going on here? It's so strange. Okay, there we go. Perfect. How did we get from Temu to... Speaking of Temu, oh God! Oh, please tell me I didn't just like dox myself out. Okay, no, I think we're good. Yeah, my credit. I used my credit on Temu finally, and yet another smashing success. I'm like, I don't know. I might become the spokesperson for Temu. Oh, okay. Let me go up to the top. I'm going to say hi to the kids in class. And then I don't know what we're going to talk about. I have no earthly idea. I do have one little mini rant, just mini. Um, I thought we'd like go to TMZ, maybe some Page Six gossip, New York Post. Oh, do y'all want to do what I was scheduled to do when we last convened? Oh, the title of this live, Proof of Life. I named it Proof of Life because I recently became aware of the fact that I left YouTube. I was like, damn. And apparently I left because of Queen Bee. No, number one, I didn't leave. That's the most important part, which I mean, I don't even think I need to discuss the second part of that statement because I didn't leave. So clearly, if the second part is all wrong, the first part's all wrong, the second part it is irrelevant because I didn't leave. But yes, I was rather surprised to find that out. I was like, girl, I didn't leave. I guess I'm just not talking about what they want to hear, so they just think I left. Somebody told me in Queen Bee's chat yesterday where we were watching the Harmony Montgomery case. That is, oh god, y'all, that's a tough one. That I'm having like if I don't have boiling hot fury and anger, like I would like to see both of those two fucking waste of skin, Adam Montgomery and Kayla Montgomery. I would like to see both of them boiled in a vat of hot oil. Uh, but if I don't like keep that energy, well, then I can't even watch because it's just so vile. But I what did I say to that person? Oh god, it was funny too. It'll come back to me. God, getting old sucks. What can I tell you? Where was I going for that with that I left? I don't know, but that is really annoying. God, I hate it when that happens. Maybe I need to start taking some of that damn, what's that shit they advertise on Fox News? Nature's, where you can supposedly have, a month's worth of fruits and vegetables in one little capsule. Nature's balance of nature. Yes. That the only commercials on there are either, well, as my husband likes to call them, boner commercials. Yes, the erectile dysfunction commercials because it's all fucking old people watching it. Your vegetable pills and something else. There's something else that. Oh yes, Mike Lindell and his pillows, which, just my opinion. I would put packing peanuts in my silk pillowcase before I would buy my pillow, fucking whatever it is. Like, and now even your dog gets a pillow and your neighbor gets a mattress, sheets, towels. Next will be like, I don't know, maybe a my pillow house. So yeah. And I'm not sure why did I go there? I yeah, so what we were going to talk about. Well, my my proof of life, but when we were last here, okay. I was like, if that's a text message telling me my sound isn't working, I'm going to lose my shit. No, that was my hair salon reminding me you have an appointment tomorrow. Thank God. Hold on. Let me put my hair back. When we last convened, I was going to do a watch and react with Ben Shapiro. Who knew Ben Shapiro was into critiquing fashions? But my God, when I saw that, I was like, oh, hell yeah. He's coming into my wheelhouse now. So we can do that. There was something else. There was Temu, Ben Stein, or not Ben Stein, Ben Shapiro. we're kind of just gonna wing it. And boy, I'm off to a great start. So we'll probably be here for the next 6.5 hours. The only thing that'll save us from that is Bob's bladder. Because he won't last 6.5 hours before he comes and gives me the warning, like, bitch, take me out. Yeah, otherwise, who knows? I would be up here for 6.5 hours just going in circles and taking you with me. But yes, I'm gonna do my just a little mini rant. It's gonna be quick. Um I did email myself something. I don't know if we're gonna go over it today, but I've got all kinds of things I want to talk about that I just keep. Much like my other 27,000 emails, I just continue to see things that I would like to talk about. I email them to myself and then I don't check it and I just let them pile up. And then, of course, it's the proverbial old news by the time I get around to actually looking at it. All right. So let's say hi and try and get me centered, focused. Oh, should we? Yes. Why not? Oh, that was weak. What the hell? Is there something in that bowl? Yes, that's part of the problem. Oh, but that shouldn't. Okay, let's try again. What in the world? We're having operator error. Why doesn't it sound like it usually does? Better, but not as good as usual. Okay. Hello, Rachel. How are you? First one here. Okay, you're the door holder. Hi, Brittany. How are you? Hello, Seeker. How are you? Welcome. Hey, Running Bear. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, SoFlo Mama. How you doing? Y'all, it's nice in Florida today. It is about, I think my phone said 59 degrees before I walked in the door. And I thought, damn, that is, sometimes it's just kismet. And apparently the weather gods were with me because I've been wanting to get this sweater in before next year. And we're pretty much done in Florida. I do believe with what we call winter, which is not really winter, but the weather gods gave me one more day because this was one of my purchases I bought at where the hell was I last week? Was it TJ Maxx where I told no Marshalls where I said I bought a bunch of clothes. This sweater and this is nice, 100% cashmere, 2-ply cashmere, and I think it was. I know it was less than $100, and I put it in the closet, and I was like, can you please, just please, one more day, less than 80 degrees. And, the gods, the weather gods, they shined down upon me and said, bitch, wear that sweater, girl, rock it. And I said, well, damn. Coordinating earrings, necklace, lipstick, and not the shoes that I haven't yet conquered, but stand by. I will not be defeated. Not by Yves Saint Laurent and not by well, I think I'll just stop right there. Before I say something I might regret. I mean, I know that is a way of life around here, but I try to not get too embroiled in that. Oh, thank you, SoFlo. That's very sweet. Hi, Julie. How are you, Julie? Is this the real you? Would the real Julie please stand up? Oh, that's what it was. I just remembered. Ding, ding, ding. My senile old ass. I just remembered what it was. Somebody in Queen Bee's chat yesterday, apparently Julie her account has been cloned and used for, not so nice things, I guess. And I made some crack about, well, hey, I mean, look, I left YouTube and didn't even know it. And someone said, maybe you have been shadow banned. And I said, I mean, I guess anything is possible, but I don't think I'm important enough to be shadow banned. In fact, I know I'm not important enough to be shadow banned. What the hell is shadow banned? Somebody did explain it to me, so I have a tenuous grasp on it. And when I say tenuous, I want you to think like think think a strand of melted hair from someone's head. That's, I think I had likened it before to, when you put your Lululemons in you burn them up in the dryer too many times, and that spandex thread just turns to like a melted rubber band. Yeah, like that. That's how tenuous my grasp is on the concept of shadow band. Now, I don't know. I mean, like, some people think I'm somewhat proficient with this kind of shadow game. New colors today, kids. I decided to go full. I don't think it's going to come across on camera as pink as it is, but the pink on my eyes is it matches very nicely with this sweater. And that's something I don't, while pink and purple makes green eyes pop, I typically go towards the purple end. But I thought, you know what? What the hell? Just throw caution to the wind. And that's what I did. So, ooh, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow I have a hair appointment, but I'm thinking Thursday or Friday. I will do the much requested makeup live. Not me doing makeup, because y'all have seen me try and I can't fix a hair when it, like when I just want one more strand. Like I can't even figure out how to do that because it's reversed. So yes, if I had to attempt to put makeup on in this chair, that also would probably result in a trip to the orthopedic surgeon. I mean, I could see a scenario where I just fell right out trying to, but I would be happy to bring it all in, and well, not all of it, because I can't get a forklift in here. But I, what I can carry comfortably, eyeshadow palettes, I could bring them in, and I can swatch on my hand. We could do that. And and I have a new toy. And I'm actually thinking about a giveaway with what it may very possibly be replacing. I have a Dyson hairdryer that I bought a couple of years ago. I kid you not. I have used it less than 10 times. And 8 of those were on the dog. And my incredibly generous sister-in-law, who also has a shopping habit to almost put mine to shame. She buys different things. But one of the things that she bought that she did not need because she already had a Dyson, she bought the air wrap, and I was over there the other night, and she was showing me her beautiful new sinks in her bathroom. And I was like, oh, damn. Oh, let me smell that Tom Ford perfume over there, girl. Because no, I won't drop that. No. Small bottle for a special occasion. Big ass thing she had, I was like, oh, yeah. Is there a gift with purchase with this? But I commented on her Dyson. because mine doesn't have a stand. Hers has this really cool stand, and she's got the pink one. Now, I don't have the pink one because I have an earlier version, but she pulls out this gorgeous, like, well, it's not leather, but it looks like leather, oval shaped box from underneath the vanity. And she hands it to me and she's like, "Here, you want this?" I was like, what the fuck? I said, "What it?" I said, "Is that the air wrap?" Yeah, I think so. I'm like, "What do you mean you think so?" I said, "Have you used it?" No, I don't even know how to use it. And at first I was like, "Well, bitch, don't you just plug it in and like blow on, baby?" Apparently not. And once she took the lid off the box, I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll walk that back." Sorry. Uh, but she said, "Yeah, take it home, try it." And I have to say, I really like it. It's so much, it's the wand, but then the wand has all these different attachments. So you can blow dry and with the big round brush all at one time. Mine, you have to use a round brush and then hold, and it's lighter. And yes, I did use it on Bob. And I thought, damn, what it cut Bob's grooming, his it cut Bob's blowout in half. And Bob's a Bichon, okay? So when I say Bob's blowout, don't be thinking like, do it yourself car wash kind of deal. It like, his hair is harder to blow out than mine. So I thought, well, you know what? If she doesn't want this thing and I'm keeping it, I think I'll do a giveaway with mine. I'll give mine away, and I'll come up with some way to, force you to have to suffer through listening to me or subscribing. You'll have to be a subscriber. And I have the original box, and I believe I also have the receipt and all the paperwork that goes with it. So there, I believe in upcycling, recycling, not milk bottles and shit like that. No, I can't be bothered with that. But you know, just keeping things in the cycle, the circle of beauty light. Yes. So my gain could be your gain. But I'm not positive about that. I'm still kicking around the idea. And by that I mean, girl, do you want this thing back or am I keeping it? Woo. Okay. Carrying on. Hey, Stargazer, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling good. Well, I hope I make you laugh. Hope you feel better. B Tim, I think I already said hello. Hi. Hi again. Hi, Catherine. How are you? Hi, Cattywampus. How are you? So we got shadow band, eyeshadow band. Oh, I could do my own shadow banning. Which eyeshadows I think should be banned from the hated Ulta. Hey, Runaway Truth, how are you? Hey, Wing Zero, how are you? Wing Zero, have you been here before? I know I hear your name all over these parts. And I think, I don't know. Welcome if you haven't. And if you have, well, welcome back. Wow. 6 pregnancies. Holy macanoli. Hey, AMAC, how are you? Yes, ma'am. New mic. We have hit the big time, kids. Y'all, I can't wait to hear it on replay because I have no idea what this thing sounds like. I'm just assuming that it's Better than what it was. But y'all, this room is kind of, the ceilings are kind of high and there's only an area rug in here. So I'm not going to be shocked if there's still some echo. But hi, Earth Angel. How are you? Hey, Chris Cross. How you doing? Memory pills. Yeah. Well, that would be great, but I wouldn't be able to remember where I put the memory pills to take them. Hey, Bama G, how are you? Hi, Fairy Meadows. It snowed. Oh, it did not snow here yesterday. Yesterday, I had my air on 70. It was 78 outside. Yep. So I'm going to enjoy this next. I think we have today and possibly one or two more days of very pleasant weather before we get right on into the heat. Hey, Heather B. Beachy, how you doing? You know what, Julie? This is funny because I have said this very thing before. And I'm going to say it again. Oh, and I'm sure some people are going to get pissed off. Suck it. Literacy, like American Express, has its rewards. Yes, I've often thought, you know what? Well, number one, I'm not important enough for somebody to like clone me. But if they did, you're going to have to bring your A game, okay? Because most people know that, one of my, well, no, this is not a useless talent. Most people think I'm fairly proficient with words. So if you're going to clone me, just please make sure that you have completed at least, well, I don't know. We keep moving the bar like on what they teach kids. I think I'll just leave it right there. Just please, if you're gonna go ahead, you can have my name. It's not like it's worth anything. So you can clone me if you got to. Okay, listen. I want to be famous. I'll take it any way I can get it. But just do me proud, for God's sake. If you're gonna clone me, do me proud. Make it believable, okay? And I'm gonna leave it right there. You see, I was gonna say more, and I thought, no, just leave it there. You don't need to say any more. Sometimes what you don't say is just as impactful as what you do. Yep. Clover Valley Brand. What the hell is? Okay, I'm not even asking because I don't know. You know what? I'm not sure, but we can find out. Stand by. Damn it. Whoops. I do not have my typing nails on. Hazel eyes can experiment with browns, pinks, coppers, purples, and greens. So basically, every color is what it sounds like to me. Let me see what it says brings out hazel eyes the most. Grays, beige, or darker browns can really make hazel eyes stand out. Okay. There we have it. Makes sense. Oh, Lord, girl. I may not be able to claim as much. I believe you. I don't know that I could say. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on who's on the receiving end of the thoughts as to how they consider them. Let's just say. But I mean, honest to God, some of you people have way too much time on your hands that regular legal employment would solve. Well, Brittany, I mean, as to your post about a certain meeting and someone who might be there, hot ass mess and pissed off as hell, that's pretty much just that's the baseline, girl. Come on. Bob, my sweet little Bob. He's spoiled. Hazel eyes. Did I say hi? Hi again. Or hi for the first time. Hi, Pamela. How are you? Oh, Brittany, you sent me another email? Okay. Well, I have my email box pulled up in the other window, so I may just pop over there and see what that says. Oh my God, that's so sweet. That's so cute. Oh. Hi, Jane says. How are you? 70s blue eyeshadow. Ooh, wow. That's a choice. That's a deliberate choice. Hey, T Berry. The good Tiffany, how are you? Hey, True Jedi. Spudler. Ironing. Oh God. I can't. I cannot iron. I have a steamer. Um, not that steaming doesn't come without its hazards because oh God, many a time I have burnt myself with steam and oh damn. Oh my God, AMAC, I did and I was looking for it. Tell SoFlo, put it in the chat, the link. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I heard it yesterday for the first time. Where did I hear it? I don't remember. Just like I don't remember anything. But yes, oh my God. I'm psyched. What are you guys doing? Can I come do something? Oh my God. Okay. Hello. First of all, there's not too many of us on here that are actually married. So, as in, you know, a lot of people like to throw around the housewife, like you're just a bunch of bored housewives. Well, yeah, but I'm actually married. Not much like the franchise. You apparently don't actually have to be married to call yourself a housewife. So, do you just report on antics of oh my God, I'm so down with this. I cannot wait. Can I go now? Stand by. I want to go. How do I? Okay, let me do this. Um, where is the? I want to try and go. Tell me the exact name of the channel. Is it The Real Housewives of YouTube? I'm going to mute this keyboard so you guys don't hear me clickety clacking because I want to see. Sorry, I forgot to unmute. Is it all together or are there spaces? Because when I put it in that way, it it only brings up Bravo and the sound's back, right? All right, I'm gonna find it and yes, I would like to be interviewed. Let me see if it'll let me uh click the link. Okay. When I click the link, it just highlights it. Let me see if it'll give me. Hold on, I'll do it from my phone. Is there something I can play? Or should I wait? You know what? When I get off of here, I'm going to go watch. But in the meantime, the link is in the chat. Y'all go sub up to AMAC and SoFlo with their brand new channel. I cannot wait. And yes, I would love to come do, I don't know what I could do, but whatever it is, I'll do it. The ceiling fan community. Yeah, okay, you want to see my mini Temu haul? This is my credit that I used from the first Temu haul. And now I'm thinking, first of all, it came lightning fast again. It was like a week and I didn't even Oh, girl, my pleasure. And I hope that everybody, you did one live. Okay. Well, hey, we all start somewhere. And listen, steep learning curve. Well, hey, Mac, it's SoFlo. You're going to find out, girl. But yes, could y'all do can you do a live when I'm conscious one day? That would be awesome. Y'all know I don't YouTube at night. But I can always catch it on the replay. All right. So, first. Oh, I didn't bring the other ones. Damn it. I showed you my eyelashes the other day. My Temu lashes. Hey, Pink Stripe, how are you? This tea does not. Why does that not taste good? I put a ton of honey in it. Are you going to do a live when I'm alive? I definitely appreciate you doing a live while I'm still living. That. Thank you for that. I'm sure there's some people who would like to, never mind. Okay, so my credit was like $50, give or take. I didn't even pay I don't think I qualified even for the express shipping. Last time I had free express shipping because I think if you spend over a certain amount, they throw that in. But honest to God, it came in like a week. Now, all that being said, remember what I told you guys about. Hi, Scorpio Sting. How are you? You've got to be thoughtful about what you buy on there. And for me, I am not a fan of polyester. That, as such, always bear in mind that a lot of those really cute, what you think looks like a t-shirt. Hey, Nikki, how are you? What you think looks like a t-shirt, like a t-shirt, like cotton or maybe a cotton blend. Well, what China and Temu, by the way, if you watch the Super Bowl, I sat out until after the halftime show just for, appearance sake of being polite for the guests, after which I booked it to my room and watched a movie. Like, y'all know I don't like damn football. And they came over early and yeah, so it was totally okay. But I noticed two Temu commercials in the Super Bowl. And why I mention it is they weren't calling it Temu, they were calling it Temu. So is it Temu? I don't give a damn. I'm calling it Temu. I'm not calling it Temu. Hey, Oki, how are you? Yes, AMAC, Temu had 2 commercials, possibly more. I saw 2. So, but back to the clothing. Always bear in mind that anything you're seeing in that stock photo, um, chances are like 99% chances are that what you're actually going to get is what we call performance fabric. So, like golf shirts, a lot of workout clothing, and they just like heat press a graphic on it that usually looks like the level of something I could do in my garage if I actually could get my cousin to show me. Yeah, I'm not going down that road. But I am going to see her very soon at a family event, and I'm going to make her give me a day. So, yeah, like wicking, dry wick, performance fabric. So while it looks really cute in the stock photo, I also noticed that always look at the reviews, okay? And look at the reviews with images first and foremost. And lots of people are really good about putting reviews, and I actually think that I'm going to. Hey, Blank Slate, how are you? It's nice to see you. I think I am going to leave some reviews because since I relied so heavily on them for the things I bought, I'm like, well, damn, I should, of course, they're not going to know that I'm a world famous style icon YouTuber when they read my review. But that, that doesn't mean that I don't feel obligated to help a girl out. So I am going to do that. So first and foremost, look at those and bear in mind, no matter what it's made of, they're going to put in the description polyester. So they're probably accurate almost 99% of the time. I did see a couple where they put cotton, and they ain't no way in hell was it cotton. And my only other helpful hint in that department with material and whatnot is when they use satin, when they tell you it's, oh, beautiful satin, satin is code for polyester. Yes, satin is polyester. So satin is silk's wannabe cousin. So so bear that in mind when you buy things. And I've decided that I'm going to do something the next order that I said I was not going to do. But of course, I'm like, well, damn, this has been going so successful. I am going to try some damn makeup from China. Why not? Now, that being said, I don't think I'm going to do no like eye stuff, but, like luminizer, glitter, that kind of stuff. There was something else. I've had really good luck in the costume jewelry department, and to avoid any disappointment with that, always look and see if they've got the little scale or ruler in the listing, because oftentimes things look, really big and glamorous, and when you get them, I got one thing that they must have put the camera within like an eighth of an inch of the item because it looked like a big, beautiful stone in the ring. And when it came, it was about half the size of a pencil eraser. Like, nope. So, all right. So here's what I used my. Oh, and the only other thing, accessories wise, because I do have a little person here, I would say for me, um, because I'm sure if you're like me, nobody wants to get something that's obviously looks like a cheap piece of shit. And the way to avoid getting that, if you care, well, I know for me personally, I stay far away from anything that is supposed to look like leather. Unless I want, unless it's just like that's like I don't care. Like it's a tote bag and I just think it's so cute that I don't care if it's pleather. Um, that would be my only other suggestion is just be you just have to be thoughtful about what it's going to actually look like when it gets to you. And, just remember almost always you get what you pay for. Sometimes you luck out like me and you're what you get vastly exceeds your expectations based on the price. More often than not it's the other scenario. But um so don't let me forget my little mini rant. All right, so because the last one was so successful and I loved it so much, that being said, it's hey Heels, how are you? I was thinking about you this morning. I'm like, damn, I need to text her. So hi. The last skirt I got, the tutu, the high-low tutu deal, tulle skirt, which to me is very reminiscent of a Love Shack fancy skirt. Well, since that was such a success, I thought, well, damn. Now I'm going to look for something similar, but a little more practical and wearable because that tutu deal, I mean, let's get real. Where am I wearing that? Now, don't get it twisted. It's not that I wouldn't wear it to the grocery store just because it's Wednesday. I would, but not until I do my alterations, by which I mean cut it. It's just not. It was a fun thing for here, wardrobe for the show. So I thought, well, you know what? I remember I saw some other ones that were damn cute, and hey, this one was a success, so I'm going for it. I believe this costs $12 possibly. It is so cute. I will wear it maybe Friday, and I will do a video old school so that you can hey Road Rash, how are you? Did you there you are. I didn't see you come in, but I saw everyone saying hello. I'm like, I need to go back. So hi. And this I can very much wear anywhere. Also reminiscent of a Love Shack fancy piece. It's on me now, on somebody a normal height. The color is gorgeous. It fits amazing. I mean, it's just an elastic band. I'm not kidding you. This is so damn cute. The same style skirt on Love Shack Fancy. I think it's probably $500. And I got news for you. Polyester is polyester is polyester. Whether it comes from fucking Temu, and yes, I'm saying Temu. I am not saying Temu. Or it comes from Love Shack Fancy. This it's just tulle is polyester. I mean, I guess you could get like a really bougie silk organza but that, I mean, that would be insanely cost prohibitive. So I will wear this and show you, but it is adorable. And it was about 12 bucks, I think. Hey, Celia. Rayon, you know what? I'm not big on, like, in my daily life, just what I wear day to day. I don't wear a lot of stretch things. Um, in my, even in jeans, I never want more than a 98-2 ratio, 98 cotton, 2%, spandex, lycra, because they grow throughout the day and then they're too big. Oh, you are, Cambry? Do you like it? The sweater you got? I mean, I I I do have, strictly for aesthetic purposes, definitely not for practical purposes, what they call, well, no, active wear, not lounge wear. I have lots of active wear to sit on the couch in. Yeah, I haven't seen a gym in, no, it's been at least a decade. But I'm not huge on, stretch stuff. But yes, I certainly have pieces um in my wardrobe, and it's just a personal preference. It's no other reason. Okay, so we've got that, and I showed you the lashes I had on the other day. I have another. I did the lashes that I didn't bring in because they're in my bathroom that I love. Okay, these I had on the other day, and these were like $1.29 or something like that. Um, and the quality is really good. They're a bit much for me. This gets real, like, where it turns up. But what I got that I want to get in a more dramatic version, because you won't, they're perfect for the daytime, not on YouTube, but just out in the wild. If you want to wear lashes, they are perfect for daytime. Nobody's going to look at you and be like, my mother calls these, like if I go to my mom's and I've got YouTube lashes on, she'll say something like, "Oh, yeah, those look like baby doll eyelash." She's not wrong. Hey Beth, how are you? Um, Hi Wise Angel, how are you? So they are, I think they call them on Temu Bratz lashes, and they're super fine, and they're similar to this, well, to all lashes, how they start off small in the corner, but then these are like a super wing. But if you go look at a Bratz doll, look at the way their lashes are painted on. That is what the eyelashes look like. And they are, they look amazing. And I have not been able to find them here. When I did my Ulta return, I looked and I did not see any lashes that looked like that. So maybe I'm looking in the wrong place, but and I think they call them Bratz. Yes, Bratz lashes is what they call them. Oh, I forgot about these. Pearls are really big this season. I don't buy a lot of trendy things, but pearls never go out of style. Pearls are always, because they're classic. But you're seeing a lot of pearls this season. Oh, well, I'll show you the one thing I got that's just absolute crap. And I think it costs like $2. So I'm not, and everything else I liked. So I'm not sending anything back. So I'll just give to somebody. I'll donate it. It looked really cute in the ad. So it's just a little, these are like, remember the rubber bracelets from the Madonna era? But that is, but if I, let me put it on, maybe it'll look better. Maybe it'll look better on camera than it did in my bathroom, because I tried it on in the bathroom. I was like, yeah, no. It's just one. Well, first of all, my arm is very small, so it doesn't lay the way it would need to lay for the stars to actually show. I would have to slide it all the way up my arm, and I'm not looking to be Wonder Woman, so it's like my dentist. My God, it's like my appointment is February 27th. Leave me alone. They probably are calling me to say, we have a canceling and a cancellation or an opening to come in earlier, because it's not about convenience for the patient. It's about, God knows, we can't have the doctor sitting around with 20 minutes not generating revenue. They've already texted me twice about my appointment on the 27th. Hey, literally Davis, how are you? But these earrings I got, I love these. They're a little large, but I'll wear my hair back and they'll be these very, very large hoops. But yeah, with the right hair and super cute. And these, yeah, I don't know, maybe $3. I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough to beat them, Temu, in the costume jewelry department. And I got to tell you, the quality is surprisingly substantial for what you get. I mean, I have no complaints at all with any of the jewelry that I got this time or last. I mean, besides that thing I just showed that. And then the last thing, now this is what really surprised me. My most expensive purchase. I think it was, this might have been, it was either $13 or $15. And it comes in six colorways. Now, it smells a little bit because it's fabric. How cute is that? Oh my God, look at that. It looks adorable with my sweater. This is detachable. This is detachable. And it's just a really cute, soft fabric. Do I know what the inside looks like? No. I mean, honest to God, there's a lot of room in there. Who knew? And listen, y'all know my feelings on counterfeits. Knockoffs, I don't buy them. I don't support that. But you do you. I'm not going to tell you what you should do. And I'm still going to like you, even if you do. I just don't. But buying shit like this, I'll buy this all day long. Now, this could be inspired by a designer brand. I don't know that it is, but a lot of what they have is inspired by. But when I say inspired by, I just mean looks similar, not branded as whatever the designer is. So, I mean, I love to carry a bag in the crook of my arm. This, I only put it on to show you guys. I will probably not ever use that, but it's the perfect length for like a crossbody. Oh, is there something else in there? Damn, I think there is. Oh, yes, there is a makeup thing. Y'all, I'm pretty sure I bought one of these before, and I just I don't know. I have hooded eyes, and that could be why I cannot figure out how to use this. This thing right here that looks like the tail of a dolphin. This is supposed to help you do. Oh, look at that. Now go figure. I couldn't figure out how the hell to do this in my bathroom, but I can figure out how to do it on a. Okay, whatever. So this is supposed to help you like make a wing liner. I don't have the right shape of eyes to do a good wing. Or plus I have hooded eyelids. And by hooded eyelids, I mean you either have hooded eyelids or you don't. If you don't, you typically see the whole surface of the eyelid, and those are the girls that are super lucky because you get a big palette to lay product down on. When you've got a hooded lid, you don't see like I have about 6 colors on my lid right now. But it's harder to see because my eyes are hooded. But this is supposed to help you do a wing liner. It helps with mascara application. Like if you tend to get little flecks of mascara here, you put this down, and so yeah, a little handy dandy little tool. And then there's like a little spatula on the end for digging out your moisturizer or whatever the hell it is. So there you go. So listen, if you guys like the Temu shit, that's just a way for me to legitimize my spending to my husband. Number one, I'm like, honey, look at all this shit I get for so cheap. And I am building a YouTube beauty empire. Okay. You got to spend money to make money. Maybe that could be my obviously I'm only going to buy shit that I actually want, but I think it helps to have somebody that, you trust you like their taste or you trust their opinion. And then they've kind of done I can kind of do the groundwork. Like, well, here's what I bought that is Lisa, kind of like Jeffree Star. Is it Jeffree Star approved? I can tell you if it's Lisa approved. Okay. Listen, I think it's a good idea. Hey, Anna, how are you? Girl math. Yeah, I'm not good at math. Oh, Stargazer. There you go. Get one of those things. I think. Oh, listen, I've seen those at all the places. TJ Maxx, Marshalls. What's the other one? No, not Home Goods, but definitely TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I think all places that sell cosmetics have them, but you don't want to spend a bunch of money on that because it's not necessary. Okay. So now that we got that done. Oh, my little mini rant. But you know what? I'm glad I went back and listened because actually, this is something good to speak on because after I went back and listened, I thought, well, you know what? Damn, I'm glad I did that because I would have looked like a whole ass idiot up there. In their own words, dropped another video yesterday, I believe it was. I listened to it yesterday. I'm assuming that it came out very recently. I know it's one of the latest ones. And it was mainly about Queen Bee's legal fund. And I think the whole time it was basically, it was Laura. It was on Laura's channel and Cappy was up on the panel. and they were discussing the legal fund and why haven't receipts been shown. She said she was going to show receipts. Burnt Toast said she was going to show them. Then that got changed. And on my initial listening, as I'm sitting on my couch saying, why do you think it's none of your fucking business? That was my first thought. And I'm constantly hearing numbers thrown around by everybody. I've heard 30,000, I've heard 40,000, I've heard 50,000, and I'm talking from multiple people across this community. And every time I hear these numbers being bandied about, I always ask myself, how the hell do any of these people think they know how much money has been raised and has been paid out to the lawyer? That was my initial what I'm saying to myself, me and Bob. I'm looking at Bob and Bob's like, Mom, I don't know. I don't know any of these people. Why do you keep asking me about that? And then I went back. I thought, I'm just going to throw my thoughts in about this the next time I go live. And I'm very glad that I listened again this morning, because while I'm going to say the same thing, there was something that I definitely got. One of my questions was answered, which was my own rhetorical question to myself and to Bob, about how do these people think they know how much money has been raised? Are they like sitting with a calculator, an abacus, sliding beads every time a super chat comes in? What? How? And then when I listened again this morning, because I've always said, I don't claim to be the research queen. I was the redacting queen at one time. I've retired from that. But I have never been a fan of looking stupid. So I always try to be as educated as I can be about what I'm going to speak about. So I did get clarity that the way I guess people think they know how much money has been raised is because of PayPal pools, I believe they're called. In my mind, I was just thinking, super chats, cash apps, etc. All the ways that everybody gets money. But I did forget that there was a PayPal pool. My feelings are the same regardless. And here's what I'm going to say about it. And I have standing to speak on it, because while I have donated several times, I have donated probably much more than many and far less than some. That's where I am. Whether it's, hey KB, how are you? Whether Queen Bee or anyone else I've ever given money to because they were struggling with something or whatever, and I'm speaking about on the platform here. I've never, I never have, nor am I going to ever sit up here and say, well, I gave this one money, I gave this much, this one I gave this one needed money for that. I have always tried, if anyone has ever raised money, or some people didn't even ask, but anybody who's ever, struggled with anything, if I like you, well, I've always tried to help out where I can. And as I've said a million times, my thoughts on giving money to you, Boo, the man in the moon, whoever, it doesn't matter who it is. If I give it, I don't give more than I can afford to give. And once I give it, it's gone. And if it doesn't get used for the stated purpose, well, chances are I will never know that. Um, and if I do, and it's not used for the stated purpose, oh well. I gave it in good faith and it's a gift. But so while I now understand why people seem to think they know, like they're her accountant, like they know how much she has spent or how much has been donated. If I had to guess, I would say the majority of people who are, banging the drum the loudest about how much money's been raised have not donated one penny. So what's it to you? Why do you care? It's that kind of petty shit. That's why I have stepped away from all of it, because people have a problem with boundaries. I don't know why anybody thinks that they are owed anything where this lawsuit is concerned. And I have heard her with my own ears, her being Queen Bee. I have heard her just the other day, as a matter of fact. And I think it was something that was clipped, but saying, if you take care of yourself first, don't give to me or to anybody if you're not in a position to do it, or if it's, making things harder for you. So I don't know what this constant obsession is with the lawyer fund. And I don't know how many times people have to hear when someone is constantly dumping 50 pages, sometimes less, at times there's been more. I heard someone say one of the crazier things I've heard, which is, I'm slightly paraphrasing, and it was, do you really think the lawyer reads all that shit? Yes, I do. Absolutely. If he doesn't, that's malpractice. I mean, how would the lawyer not read all the filings, despite the fact that he certainly knows by now he's dealing with a clown? His adversary, who is not an adversary, the opposing party will say, is a clown. And that is the strategy, because the know-how ain't there. So the strategy is financial capitulation. That's the goal. So while the lawyer is obviously very well aware of this, that doesn't mean that he gets to just sit back and go, oh, well, I know that bitch is full of shit and I don't need to read this. Not only does he need to read it, and let's remember, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, there's a whole hell of a lot of copying and pasting going on from people that are a lot smarter. So when there's all these case sites, well, that has to be looked at. I mean, the idea that the lawyer is not reading in full all of the filings and the motions that are being made, that's absurd. Yes, he has no choice. That's his job. And let's think about this. Lawyers bill in quarter-hour increments. Take out the fact that it's his job and he's ethically bound to represent his client to the best of his ability, which means at the very least, reading every filing in full. It's part of the case. So even if it was not for that, well, his cash register goes cha-ching. I mean, do you think he's not? I'll just say I have never met the lawyer yet that doesn't want their cash register to ring. I know plenty of lawyers that would be thanking the litigation gods for financially only for being able to represent the litigant on the opposing end of some dipshit doing 50 to 100 page motion dumps. I mean, why wouldn't he? And I don't know what the lawyer cost. None of my business. But I think at a very minimum, at the lowest end of the spectrum, $300 an hour. I would almost stake. I'd stake my shoe closet on it, and I don't say that lightly. I guarantee you, he's at the very least he's charging that. So, but I just don't understand. Like I do get it. I get the big picture. I know. Listen, there's a lot of people who are very well, I'm not trying to turn this into I'm trying to get away from oh, it is 300 an hour? Okay. Look at that. Yeah, and I'm not trying to turn this into a lawsuit stream because I said I wasn't talking about it anymore. And that is not because and since this is my proof of life stream and I have not left YouTube and I definitely didn't leave YouTube because of Queen Bee. For the 1 millionth time for the ones in the back, the reason that I am no longer speaking about all of that and mainly about the opposing party who I've called Dusty. And I'll leave it to you to figure out why I use that name. Hey, Evan, how are you? Is because I have spent enough time, wasted time, talking about a woman who that is her very oxygen. This is all she has. This is what fills her up as a human. The worst thing you could do is stop talking about her. And I've just gotten to the point where I don't want to walk around being pissed off. And dumb people, mean people, nasty, shitty, evil people, they piss me off. I don't want to be pissed off anymore. I don't have anybody like that in my real life. So why am I giving all that energy and attention to something like that? Hey, Frenchie, how are you? But that's why I left YouTube, except I didn't leave YouTube. But if I did leave YouTube, that's why. So no, I didn't leave. I'm not leaving. I'm just choosing not to be so immersed in toxic negativity. There's, I said to someone before I came in here, and I don't have any problem with anyone else wanting to continue speaking about it. I don't care what anybody does. Y'all do you. I got to worry about me. And it was just getting to a point where I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to wake up and have to look at some fucking nasty skank that just pisses me off. Everything about that person pisses me off. But that's been my whole life. That she's nothing new. Those kind of people have always pissed me off. And if I thought for 1 minute that by continuing on with it, I could affect the outcome in any kind of positive way, well, I would definitely very much consider carrying on. But I can't. It will only come at a negative for me. So I just, but that doesn't mean that I'm don't like Queen Bee anymore. That if I want to talk to her, I reach out and I text her and she'll text me back. Like my friendship with her has it, like YouTube doesn't have to be involved in it. That's it. That's all. So I hope that clears it up. And I'm glad I'm back. I'm glad I was able to find myself wherever it was I left YouTube for. I was just like, huh? What? Well, how come I didn't know I left? Hold on, I'm going to mute. I don't want you to have to listen to me. Open this lollipop. Sorry, kids, it's lunchtime. Okay. At least I spared you the unwrapping. God almighty, that shit is loud. Okay, so, oh, how about should we? Let me see what's in my email box. I thought, maybe we should check in with page 6 of the New York Post, shall we? Ben and I can. How about? What do you guys want? You want to do? One moment, please. I don't know who that is. Do y'all want to do Ben Shapiro and myself? We will react to some of the Grammy fashions. And then we could do New York Post, or do you want to do New York Post / TMZ first? It was a surprise to me too. I did not know. And you know what's funny? The way this place works, apparently it was chatter that I'd left, but I didn't know it. But everybody else did, apparently. But if I actually did leave, nobody would have a clue. It's kind of how this place works. Okay. I think we should do a few. Let me and Ben drag a couple bitches, and then all right, let me pull this up because I have not watched. This was what I was going to do when my mic broke last week. Let me make the commercial run. Okay. Okay, let's see here. All right, we don't need that tab. All right. Let's see what Ben has to say. Because yes, last week, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday. This was the live that I had planned. Ben Shapiro was reacting to some of the Grammy looks. I saw 2 of the Grammy looks on this video. So I swear I'm hearing someone's phone ringing, but nobody's here who should have a phone ringing. Like, am I seriously hearing that from, you know how sometimes the utility people come and they work on something and you can kind of hear them like over a PA system? I wonder if that's what that is. Okay. So yes, I saw the first 2 that he reacted to, and I stopped it and I said, oh, I'm going to need to do this. I'm going to need to ride co-chair with Ben. And Ben Shapiro, also formerly known as Dr. Dreidel. If y'all have not heard Ben Shapiro's duet with Tom McDonald, it is fantastic. And even better is watching Ben Shapiro watch the reactions of various YouTubers to his duet. And one of the funniest things was somebody made a comment and said, or he showed a screenshot, I think, and it said, Ben Shapiro to Tom McDonald, I don't know how to rap. Tom McDonald to Ben Shapiro, just talk just talk like you usually do, but slow down a little. Oh, all right. So are we on Orb Patrol? All right, let's watch a couple of this. It's only it's like 15 minutes. So I think what I'll do is I'll let Ben, it's Ben's channel, it's his show. I think it's only fair that I let Ben have the first word. I'll wait for Ben's assessment of the look and then I will give my own. All right. I'm going to put this link in the chat. I mean, I know he's got 6.75 million subs. That doesn't mean that he might not want 5 more from my chat. Okay. We'll share the love all around. Okay, Ben, there you go. I put your link in the chat. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, commentary, education, and research. Fair use is a use that might otherwise be prohibited by copyright statute. Look at that. For probably the first time in history, I didn't flub it. All right. Let me just make sure. Let me get rid of that. All right, Ben. Take it away, sir. All right. Let me full screen this. All right. Here we go.
Grammys happened, and it was an event that happened in life. And no one really watched it. The ratings weren't particularly amazing, and Trevor Noah was deeply unamusing, as he always is. But the outfits. And so we're going to analyze that with the entire crew of the Ben Shapiro Show.
So they're all 12.
We got Doja Cat up first.
Oh, Doja Cat. First of all, what the hell's a Doja Cat? That's my first question. I will say this: Doja Cat has as many looks as a cat has lives. I couldn't pick her out of a lineup because every time I see her, she looks radically different, which in her case is not a bad thing. I would say keep trying. You'll probably eventually find one that. Wait, wasn't she in the Super Bowl halftime? That one, I thought her face looked great. The outfit, I wasn't super mad at the outfit until I got to the like reminiscent of if the MTV awards, okay, I remember the very first video when MTV made its premiere. We had just gotten cable TV. And forever, it was the astronaut, the man on the moon in the whole moon suit, planting the flag that said MTV. Doja Cat was wearing, I think it's Doja Cat, whoever she was wearing an outfit that was black, like liquid latex. I wasn't terribly mad at it until we got to everything below the knee, which was the MTV moon boots in black liquid latex. Material. Gross. Like creepers, a creeper shoe for an astronaut. It was horrible.
Oh, Doja Cat. That is, wow. There's so many bad things about this look.
Fuck, you are not kidding. Oh my God. I don't even know where to start. I hope you do.
Truly so many terrible things about this look. Like every aspect of this is bad.
Ladies, can somebody please answer this for me? Why have we gotten to a place where having a big, giant ass that you could rest a tray of drinks on, not just one beer, the whole tray with an ashtray? When did we get to the point where women want and presumably pay big bucks to get a big, giant, fat ass? I do not want a fat ass. I have never wanted a fat ass. I'm never going to want a fat ass. So I'm just curious. Why has this happened? Why?
I mean, like, I tend not to critique other people's tattoos as a general rule, but I got to say, this is not a great group of tattoos. I mean, like the full skyline.
Sorry, I couldn't get past fat ass. I didn't even know she had tattoos. Oh boy, those are unfortunate. My God, those look like fucking line drawings. Like, what's the one they use in? It's a Da Vinci, like pencil sketch. They use it. What do they call them? Is it called not Atlas? You see it in a lot of like medical. It's synonymous with the human form. Oh God. Oh. And like her tits are just, I know I said I was going to let Ben go first, but I can talk just as fast as Ben.
Across the chest, which apparently culminates in like full exposure of nipples for no reason, because she couldn't afford the rest of the dress because she's poor, which is why she's at the Grammys. Like actual indecent exposure happening. And then the giant cross earrings really make it, I think. Are those crosses or swords? It's hard for me to tell.
Babby was saying, do you remember when Janet Jackson had the slip?
Yes,
nip slip,
yes, that's
and
right.
That was
yes,
a huge deal. Now it's just normal.
Solid call, and it was like a national scandal.
Yep.
And now Doja Cat is like, I will not just give you one nipple, I will give you two. There's nothing good about this.
I'll see you one nipple and raise you at least one more. Yeah, that dress, it looked like the unconventional materials challenge on Project Runway. It's like somebody broke out a roll of Visqueen and said, make it work. And you've got 6.5 hours. And there's no trip to Mood.
Shall we?
Oh, man. Yeah, Billie Eilish just like on a quest to look uglier with each appearance. Because you couldn't have guessed that she was, a lesbian before.
Okay, now my family, when I brought this up, what Ben said, when I was saying I was going to do this on YouTube, they were like, she's not gay. I said, are you sure? I said, well, he thinks she is. I couldn't care less what she is because bad taste knows no sexuality or gender or anything else. I'm an equal opportunity hater. Yeah, I don't care about any of that shit. If your taste is in your ass, I will drag you. I don't care about race, creed, color, gender, identity, sexuality, marital status, income status, blah, 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 blah.
Now she's like, guys, just in case you didn't tell, I'm gonna go full out here.
Lesbian Grease.
Yeah, lesbian Grease is a good call.
Yeah.
She has changed her hair color.
Swear to God, that's exactly what I was going to say. I'm like, she's an uglier, like, Pinky. I'm sorry, Frenchie. Why do I always call her Pinky? God, now I'm going to have to get out Frankie Avalon singing Beauty School Dropout. Yeah, like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Why this quest? It seems like so many of these people are on a quest to be as unattractive and look as much of a train wreck as possible. And don't get that confused with me thinking everybody needs to be, dressed to the nines and, with a full face of makeup and 6-inch heels. No, that's just one idea of beauty. I mean, beauty takes some of the most beautiful people or beautiful looks are minimal, like very minimal makeup, minimal. That is not to be confused with a seeming quest. It doesn't like if you want to look homeless, fine, but could you just match? Like, and could we get the hair dyed to match the outfit, maybe? I mean, was it because it was close to Valentine's Day? Pink with the red.
So it used to look as though she wiped her nose straight back.
What the hell? Honest to God, I gotta say, I had no idea that she was that pretty. There is actually a really beautiful girl, like, buried underneath most of her outfits that look like she got them out of the garbage can. I mean, I had no idea. I'm not even that mad at that hair. Boy, she has got gorgeous eyes. Billy, girl, call me when you want to grow up and get a damn wardrobe befitting your iconic celebrity status. I mean, look, she's in a Chanel boucle wool, whatever it is. I'm assuming it's just a jacket, probably not a dress. But the only thing I'm really mad at there are those nails. Those are gross. I mean, I wouldn't have chosen chartreuse, lime, neon, black, ombre effect hair to go with that. But that's not what I'm mad at. The nails are what I'm mad at.
And now it looks as though she's actually sustained a serious head injury, a heavily bleeding scalp injury.
Shocked. I truly had no idea that girl was that pretty. I swear to you. But I don't follow her. I'm sure I've heard her songs, but I couldn't tell you what they were if my life depended on it. But that is a perfect example of how, yes, and I get it. She's uber famous and rich, and she doesn't give a shit what the bored housewives of YouTube think, but she should. It just goes to show you that you can bury this, like all that weird shit she wears. It's like a distraction from how pretty she is. I had no idea.
So she's got that going. She's got the kind of long, untucked white shirt with tie look that you get occasionally from the ballet.
Also early 2000s.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of early.
I don't think that looked like the valet. I think that he looked like a waiter at a country club, or maybe valet parking at your local hospital pavilion if it's like a bougie hospital and has valet parking.
2000 skater boy thing going on here. Mm-hmm. Honestly, they look like the people you toss your keys to when you drive up to a club.
No, I'm not tossing my keys to them. No, definitely not her.
They do like combine. Like he's gonna go get the car, and then she's gonna make sure
Yeah.
that you're registered properly.
Next torture.
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Oh, I love me some Fantasia. I can't remember the name of that song from American Idol. I think it was on the first album she made. Fantasia and we've spent a lot of time together. She's made me cry. She's made me sing very loudly in my car. But that doesn't make her safe from me and Ben.
See, when I saw Fantasia trending, I was like, you mean the one with Mickey Mouse? Nope. It's the person with a giant ring from lip through chin.
Wow. Not a fan of that. However, boy, she looks great. Her eye look, amazing. I don't love the hair, but that hair is very reminiscent of like Flapper. I need to see more of the dress. I'm not mad at the top.
How do you talk or eat? I have practical questions about these kinds of piercings. Like, how do you function? She can't, right? She can't smile.
This wink looks painful.
Yeah,
The dress, I hate the gloves. I absolutely despise the gloves. And they don't fit because look at the top. They're too tight at the top of her arm. I love that neckline. I'm the only other thing about the dress that I'm not crazy about the horizontal beading going across the, mid torso to the nether region areas. But I've seen a lot worse.
she's like, don't move your face. She's like, can't do it. Yeah, it's not good. This outfit brought to you by the letter U.
You can't name a Fantasia song?
I can't name one Fantasia song.
I can't name it, but I love it, and she's a fantastic singer.
She's R&B artist. She won American Idol.
My leading Fantasia song is Toccata and Fugue by Bach. Again, going back to like the original. The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Moving on. Another fave.
Oh, there's Miley Cyrus. There is no Miley, only Zool.
What the fuck? Miley? Girl, your face is on point. I love it's funny. She's kind of giving me Dolly Parton vibes from not the makeup, but the hair. And I would not be surprised if that hair was inspired by Dolly or kind of like an homage, because Dolly is her godmother, I believe. And the makeup, man, she actually is kind of giving me super young Jane Fonda in the face. Everything from the chin down. I don't even know what that is. It's like some kind of gladiator sport meets Long John Silver wall decor. Oh, God.
That's so accurate.
She's got the Sigourney Weaver hair from like late in Ghostbusters going on. And then apparently this entire outfit is made up of safety pins, which I don't know why anyone would make an outfit out of safety pins. That seems like an awful waste of time.
I think
it was a thing like back in punk, Vivienne Westwood, Sex Pistols. No. None of it.
it's like she's an Austin Powers.
She does kind of look like an Austin Powers.
Yeah.
This is like the fembots.
Yes.
You got the fembot thing
the
going
hair.
on.
That's
If I recall,
fembot hair.
Savvy.
A little Trojan-esque, maybe.
Yeah, she's got a bit of like the ancient Greek thing going on, but made up of safety pins. Also, if she sucks those cheeks in any further, her face is going to implode.
Boy, those eyes are beautiful. Then I think a lot of the cheek is contour. But what I was going to say before I saw her up close, now I'm not quite as much of a fan of the makeup. I do like the makeup, but Miley, please don't do this, girl. my husband showed me, is it Elizabeth McGovern? Some of these young girls, thanks to the trash Dashians, all the whores famous for nothing. Oh, I'm sorry. The blowjob that launched an empire. A lot of these young girls, because they look at them, who, if you want to know what all of them really look like, and they're all beautiful, okay? They're gorgeous. Kim is probably the most naturally beautiful of them. But if you go back and look at all of them, what they looked like, including little old ugly Kylie before she, is turned bionic like the rest of her sisters. But go back and look at them. Back in the days when Mom was still married to Bruce, when Bruce was still Bruce, and right in the very beginnings of the show, that's what they really look like. But a lot of these young girls, look at them and others like them. And these girls have started having facial surgery way too early. And the result is Elizabeth McGovern. The result, and I can see Miley kind of like starting to walk down this road. They do the exact opposite of what they think they're doing. And you take a girl, in Elizabeth McGovern's case, who I believe is 27, you take a girl at 27 who has made herself look like a woman in her 40s, overly done. And that's what I kind of saw in Miley's face here. Oh, do not remind me, kids. And y'all, I'm over in the other window. Hi, Alan. Hi, Cheesy. Hey, hippie, how are you? I'm over in the other window because I have to keep pausing it. So I'm not reading the comments while I'm over there. But I have and I've had it in my inbox for weeks to talk about. I have the drunk elephant story. If y'all remind me, I will talk about that when we're done with this. And this segues right into it. And if you don't know what the drunk elephant story is, stand by.
Her head will turn into a black hole if she, my goodness.
She can buy herself flowers.
She can buy herself flowers, but she can't buy herself
Clothes.
Clothing.
Yeah, she can't afford it. And all these people are so poor. I was under the impression that you made a lot of money being a major music star, but apparently not. Again, I can't, this look where these women bite their cheeks.
Well, Ben, what's ironic about that is they don't have to pay for shit. The more money you make, the more famous you get, the more ability you have to pay for it, the less you have to pay for it. God, it's a wonderful world.
I assume that's what she's doing. If that's like her natural look, that's pretty harsh.
That's not her natural look.
No,
She's doing
there's
a thing.
a little contouring going on.
It's just too bad there's not a giant magnet nearby.
Probably some filler
Oh man, if there.
All right, ready?
No living being should ever eat processed food for every single meal of their life.
Does that mean I should? Or is that your way of
Good,
telling me to
real
put the
food.
lollipop away?
Here's Lana.
Oh.
Who died?
That's what I was thinking.
And she looks like she's in mourning. Okay, those are some big shoulders happening right there.
Big
And then is she wearing like a mourning veil?
My guess is this is an homage to Amy Winehouse. This is the Grammys, right? That would be my guess. I don't even know who this woman is. Is that Lana Del Rey? I'm assuming. I'm not mad at the dress. I hate the shoulder. With little Mary Jane's, I just don't find it to be event appropriate, but I'm not mad at it.
Well, or what? Or is this her hair?
That's her hair.
That's her hair?
Amy Winehouse.
It's not her hair. Whose hair is it? Somebody in the third world who sold their hair.
Is that a wig, baby?
I mean, it doesn't look like it.
It's not a wig. That's her normal hair.
Yeah, and you know
Shocking.
what's funny? Taylor Swift was flattening out her hair.
Oh, fuck Taylor Swift. If I never hear that bitch's name again, can I just tell you, my sister-in-law, my very generous sister-in-law, who I love dearly, she's a big fan of Taylor Swift. And by halftime, it was a running joke in the living room. Every single thing my husband would say would either be prefaced with or ended with, yeah, but Taylor Swift, have they shown Taylor Swift again? Something about Taylor Swift. I like, how thirsty is she? Okay. I don't want to hear about, oh, but she writes all her own songs. I don't fucking care. I feel so bad for her boyfriend, and I don't know what his name is. I think he plays for Kansas City. He's cute. I am sure most share my thoughts of, why do we have to see Taylor Swift on the Jumbotron every time we turn around? They showed more of Taylor Swift than they showed of the game. And I can't help but think that, Taylor, here's just I'm older than you. I know I've been married more than you. And, I've learned a thing or two. And no man likes to be emasculated. And especially when you're a big macho football player and you're playing in the Super Bowl, I would be very not shocked if in the locker room he gets a lot of shit from his teammates. And I'm pretty sure they must call him Mr. Taylor Swift. And I'm sure it's really going to be cute in the beginning, but you get to have all your concerts and your Netflix specials or Amazon, whatever the hell that was, and your videos and just all the things that a worldwide overly I don't get it. I don't get it. I do not think that she's some huge beauty. She's cute. She's generic. She's every girl running around some mall in America with just not as, blood red of a lip. But it's like Taylor, just take it from me. I'm telling you, he's going to resent it. Okay. He's going to. And maybe, just maybe, if you want to be a good girlfriend who might want to be a wife, I don't know, whatever the hell it is. Just keep your ass at home one Sunday. You don't have to go fucking be the star of the show in the owner's box, okay, or whoever's box you're in. Just take it from me, Taylor. I'm just trying to help you have a successful relationship. And just as some schlub on her couch in America watching football, not because she wants to, but just because everybody else wants to. It's bad enough to have to suffer through that. Why do I have to suffer through you too? Just asking for
fixing it before they walked out.
Really? That's after it was fixed?
I guess. There were some flyaways.
She does look like she looks like a lampshade.
You're not wrong.
And frankly, this is the nicest outfit so far. So that tells you how this has been going.
That was like teeth into a
Ice Spice.
Oh, love this.
Ice Spice. Is this from? Yeah, she wore this from her latest song, "Fart," which I believe is.
We are fucking doomed. We are doomed in society. Did he just say her song is? I hope he's joking. Is she like doing an impersonation of Justin Timberlake OG days? Was he NSYNC or Backstreet Boys? Which one was he? It doesn't matter. Yeah, she looks like she's channeling JT when he was a Backstreet Boy or whoever, with a little bit of Mark Wahlberg from Boogie Nights, wearing an outfit that she stole from the local pimp. My God.
Actually, the name of her actual latest song.
What is it? Why do women want to look ugly? What? I mean, I'm sorry. I haven't seen her face. I can't get past the fucking hair. Her little orphan Annie wig. That looks good on nobody. 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 I don't care who you are. Naomi Campbell might possibly be the only woman on earth who could pull that off. Maybe. Ma'am, whatever your name is, I Spy, Ice Spice, Old Spice, I Spy, tragic, everything with my little eye. No. All of it. Throw all of it on the burn pile. It's tragic.
Wait, are you serious?
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know this and I don't?
Because I checked the trending charts, my friend. Because you were number 1 for the last 10 days while you weren't here.
Oh my God. It's called Think You the Fart.
Right.
Oh.
Look at that fucking bag of shit. What is this? What is wrong with the world? What is wrong with people? Get one of these. Clearly, you have some type of oral fixation. I'm just hungry. This is my lunch. I'm shocked that it's even made it to number 37 on America's top. What was it? Top 40? America's Top 40 Countdown. Casey Kasem? Yeah. She's good.
That is literally the name of her last song. She picked up her hair from the last Broadway showing of Annie.
Yeah.
Ben, have you been watching me? I swear to God, you guys, the only 2 that I saw ahead of time, because I was like, oh no, this is going to be too good. I'm going to do the rest cold, was Billie Eilish. Who was the first one? Who was the first one? Who cares? That one was atrocious as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Pop that right on. And then she that color is like that's a look. The combo of the fur and the jean really goes together. Is she a refugee?
It's disgusting. It doesn't. I don't care if it's fur with jeans, apple bottom jeans with the boots with the fur. No, it's gross. All of it.
From the Country Music Awards?
Fur or no fur.
I feel like she entered the wrong. she went to the wrong award ceremony. And again,
She's looking for the Pimp and Hoe Ball. I think that's a little later in the year. Although, I don't know, where was the Grammys in California? Was it in LA or was it somewhere else? Because I think the Pimp and Hoe Ball, I think that's in Vegas. Is it in Vegas?
I'm never gonna get, guys. I'm like the Jew here, but I'm never gonna get over all of these people wearing giant crosses.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. It's a weird move,
especially considering they do what they do and say what they say.
There's a lady wearing a giant cross,
God,
and the last name
again.
Her last song was called "You Think You the Fart," and she's wearing a giant cross over her cleavage. Okay.
And Ben, we're surprised. Like, what about that surprises you? I personally do not see the correlation between the two, which I don't think he does either. That's the haha. But it also doesn't surprise me. Like, it just doesn't. I don't get it.
Hey, it's a look. Also, again, was her original name Ice Spice? What is an Ice Spice? That sounds terrible.
Oh, Ice Spice. Ice, like as in smoking spice, like the shit that you see a story in the news every once in a while, they smoke the spice and then they want to eat your face off. I remember that. That was a story in Miami.
ISIS?
ISIS.
Her name is
her real name is Isis.
Oh, I thought you were joking.
No.
Oh,
was she also conceived in a strip club? Like, I know Cardi B used to dance in a bar that her dad would frequent. Oh God, how fucking weird is that? Can you imagine? No. And yes, for those of you who don't know, Cardi B is short for I guess dad's favorite hooch was Bacardi.
Like the Egyptian goddess. Okay, not like the terror group.
Well,
okay.
It's truly like Britney Spears and Justin when they wore the jeans.
That's what I was thinking
mashed
too.
into one person.
Yeah.
But that fur.
I would put my hand on the Bible right now, and I swear to God, I did not watch this. Like, I get the biggest kick out of when I make a fashion assessment or any kind of assessment, and somebody I really think a lot of. I think a lot of his intellect. Ben and I have had a lot of arguments over the years. He just doesn't know it. But whether you like him or not, he's one of the smartest people roaming around these parts. And I don't mean YouTube. I mean, well, we'll just keep it confined to the United States. He is a brilliant man. So I am really enjoying the fact that he has said almost the same thing I'm saying.
Coloring doesn't remind me of like fur. It reminds me of a cat, like a cat.
Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like she shaved my dog.
Whoopi! Whoopi, run! Run! Don't worry, she can't afford to feed you.
Our dog Happy has that exact coloring. So I'm going to go home and check on him after this. I've been talking about my Helix mattress for years. I've had my Helix sleep mattress, I don't know, for 10 years at this point. It was personalized just for me, firm but breathable, the way that I needed. Helix is now introducing their newest, most high-end collection, Helix Elite. Helix Elite, 100 nights, risk-free. They'll pick it up from you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix is offering 20% off all mattress orders, plus 2 free pillows from our listeners. Go to helixsleep.com/Ben. It's the best offer yet. It's not going to last long. With Helix, better sleep starts right now.
Okay.
Why is John Legend a woman?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Why is he wearing a woman's outfit?
He borrowed it from
I mean, I understand. We all have to be like gender bending at the Grammys and all this nonsense. But he looks like a fool. He looks like a totally ridiculous fool. He looks like he stole Annie Lennox's outfit and is now wearing it.
No, he stole his wife.
That is a smooth chest happening.
That is it. He looks like a doof. I'm sorry. He looks like a doofus. That's a ridiculous outfit.
Beta.
Of all the outfits.
I don't mind the jacket and the pants. I wouldn't even really mind silk charmeuse on a dude. If he wore I don't care for the drape and the knotting on the silk charmeuse.
This is the most ridiculous outfit, and that's saying a lot.
By the way, he's also doing the thing with his cheeks.
Yeah, no, he's also like, his cheekbones, like just Skeletor face going on.
I think I'm trying. It's
Whatever.
That's what my husband calls trout pout.
This is not a look. This is okay.
You're supposed to bite your inner cheeks, Ben.
Your pussy deserves better. Stop wasting time and money shaving or waxing, especially down there. And get 5 Min Skin. It's painless, fast, and safe to permanently remove.
That was hilarious. Oh my God. That was hilarious. What epic timing.
I can't do it. I can't
Close.
perform this act yet. No, it's just awkward for me.
All right, next.
All right. And the wife.
And there's Chrissy Teigen. This dress was made for a person who is
That dress was also made at the Unconventional Materials Challenge on Project Runway, D-List Celebrity Edition. The pink was formerly a piñata, maybe. Maybe it was part of some crepe bunting at their child's birthday party. My goodness, she has lost a lot of weight. Wow. My husband, for the record, cannot stand this woman.
4'5", and then she squeezed into it. Like, this doesn't even make an attempt to cover her, like, at all.
Oh yeah, she's like 5'9".
Well,
It looks like my daughter could wear this dress, but my daughter is like 4'6".
She reminds me of an upside down cupcake.
Upside down cupcake is a good call.
Yeah.
It's like the top of the dress and the bottom of the dress were unrelated and brought together.
Yeah.
Like 3 more inches and this dress is fine.
Yeah.
All right. Heidi Klum,
Oh no.
who is how old?
Oh.
Good.
Okay, well, just for anybody who doesn't know, Heidi Klum, whether purposely or not, it would be more notable if Heidi Klum did not show up on the worst dress list of whatever publication or media outlet. It is. She is notorious for her abhorrent, non-existent taste. I mean, it should almost be illegal to look like she does. I mean, she's a human hanger. She can wear anything. And she always chooses to wear some bubbling hot mess. And tonight is no exception. So let's see. It looks like we've got a bra or a bathing suit top that's been embellished. We've got Betty's. Oh, I said I would never say her name again. We have Dusty's lanyard that Heidi probably sued her for, which is holding together the maybe that's what Dusty uses in her car when she's off doing her important business for the country. And she's in her hotel Hyundai accommodations, because you have to black out your windows in case any eligible men might see you in your beauty sleep. And it looks like there might be enough material to then also use the remaining to cover yourself with use it as a blanket. I'm a little confused. Do we have a crystal bikini bottom under there? We've got all these lines going all these different directions. I mean, I don't know who she's with. He's also tragically dressed. But I would have rather seen her wearing his outfit. If she had just taken her little bra here and put it underneath his jacket and worn his pants, well, this look would be much more successful for her.
Goodness gracious.
Bloom's like,
She's 90, isn't she?
she's 50.
50.
Yeah, she's 50 years old.
I gotta say, Heidi's, my God, the styling, the hair and the makeup, horrible. I mean, her hair looks terrible. It looks like somebody's, I'm going to use the word frosted. Previously, only on this channel associated with Justice for All. And who else did I say looked like they had frosted hair? Who was it? I don't remember. But yeah, Heidi's hair, the hair and makeup is so dated and ages her.
And she's apparently dating Jesus.
That's her husband.
I'm so old, I thought that she was still married to Seal. So
She's on her third.
she's on her
That's her husband? Who's her husband?
third. Okay.
Oh, wow.
She's like, I had a bra and I had a curtain. It's now a dress.
What do they say about great minds? I'm serious. I will put my hand on the Bible. I did not watch this past the second look.
It's not even like a coherent piece of clothing. In fact, there's a world where it reads like an angry face.
Wow, I do see
Do you see that? You see the angry face now?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just looks like there's a side diaper hanging out.
Yeah, she's got her Depends on because she's 50.
Hey!
And then her husband's like, I am married to Heidi Klum, but no one knows who I am, so I'm just dressed like a normal person.
Her hair looks
So Ben, here we go. I just heard her on Call Her Dad.
She has fucking pageant hair and makeup.
And she talks about how she grew up in a nude family. Like everyone was always naked, nude beaches in Germany.
Seems healthy.
So
That is true. Europeans have always been and are, well, I'd like to say always going to be, but I don't know. I may not be able to say that too many more years. Europeans have always been much more free and open with sexuality, with nudity. Maybe I shouldn't say sexuality, just nudity. I remember being a young girl in Florida And many, many, many years ago, you'd go to the beach and I'm telling you, even up to about, I think the last time I saw probably 15 years ago, but much more when I was younger. Oh, if SoFlo is still here, she can attest to this. A lot of Europeans who come to Florida on vacation, there's two things they do that are hilarious that we're like, what the hell? One of them is, for some reason, they like to put their bathing suit on the beach. I don't know why, but they do. And another thing is, they oftentimes will run around either only with bottoms on, sometimes not. And I think you know what I'm talking about, and I'm not going to say any more about it because I'm just not, because I don't want anybody misconstruing that into like I'm not saying it because I think they do it as a gross, nasty, like nefarious thing. It's just over there in Europe, it's just not a big deal. They go to nude beaches. Even if they go as a family, a lot of times none of them will be wearing tops. So when you live in Florida and you've seen that most of your life, because Florida is especially where I am, or where I grew up, it's a beach town and it's a destination for people from all over the world. So
He lays out by her pool naked, and her kids would bring her friends over, and that was like a fight they'd have.
What a delight. Nothing says healthy childhood like your mom lazing around the pool naked while you tell your friends not to go in the backyard.
All right, next. Olivia Rodrigo.
Wow, she looks nice. That's a nice dress.
She does.
Beautiful.
And she's acting like a normal human.
Damn, wow. That's yeah, she looks. All women will tell you how brutal and unforgiving the color white is. Yes, it's white. You've got to be on point to be rocking white. Very unforgiving. And yes, she looks amazing.
Human being. Okay.
Her lips, she's not doing the.
Yeah, she's not like sucking in her cheeks. She looks pretty. Like, okay, wow. It's such a pleasant surprise when someone's dressed like a normal human being.
Speaking of normal,
Sophia Richie.
Okay.
Y'all give me just 1 second. I just need to answer this message. Give me 1 minute. Okay, sorry. Hi, Jasmina. How are you? Hey, Kathy B. That dress is gorgeous. Okay, I'm popping back over into the other one now.
And Sophia Richie also dressed like a normal human being.
Is she pregnant?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a black dress that a person is wearing.
Good
It looks
job.
normal. Wow. Whoa. Some got
Okay. I don't care. You can hate me for it. Is it going to come as a shock when I tell you I fucking love this? Now, if it were me, the hat's a bit much. The whole dress is a bit much, and that's what I like about it. I love the dress. I get it. I get the hat. It is the Grammys, so it is yes, it's over the top, but at least it's interesting and it's soft and it's feathery, and I love it. I don't think Ben's gonna like it, but Ben doesn't know everything.
eaten by a sea anemone.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker eaten by a sea anemone.
Who is this?
That's sad.
Yes.
We ventured beneath the
He's
surface
gorgeous.
of the ocean
I don't know.
to see our newest arrival, Summer Walker.
Straight out of a Dr. Seuss book.
That's totally right. That is totally right. This is like Hunches and Bunches over here.
Next.
Lenny.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz.
I mean, in theory, I should drag this for filth, but I can't because I am rather enjoying it. I mean, Lenny Kravitz, this is tame for Lenny Kravitz. So I know in theory, I should hate it. And, so sue me. I can't hold everybody to I got to give Lenny some leeway here. Okay. He is saying some of my favorite songs. Yeah. So it's Lenny. And like I said, this is tame for Lenny.
Dude,
The crosses.
it's just like, my goodness. Why that cutout? It's like, why wear a shirt at all? Just go bare chested. And not just one giant cross, 2 giant crosses.
Is he Jewish?
Well,
Is he not Jewish?
well, Sarah, why would he be wearing a cross if he's Jewish? I mean, typically that's the Star of David, not a cross. So, and actually, I think Lenny Kravitz is Jewish. I think he is.
And I'd heard that rumor. They did convert to Judaism. If so, I don't think he understands the religion very well.
It's kind of weird that, like, why the cross? Why,
He's got 2. He's like,
The cross is that is iconography that has meanings outside of the strict confines of Christianity. I mean, crosses have been represented in pop culture forever.
doesn't just love Jesus. Dude super loves Jesus, apparently. But I'll tell you what, Jesus doesn't love that outfit. I mean, points for being ripped and everything. But like,
how old is he? Let's see.
It's a body stocking.
he's dead.
He's almost 60.
Yeah.
He's 59.
Yeah.
Are the dreads real or are they just a wig at this point?
I don't know. They could be real because he's always had a lot of hair. So.
Yeah.
Where do you get these glasses? You had the glasses from Doc Brown at the end of Back to the Future 1. It's your kids, Marty. You got to worry about your kids.
All right. Will I Am.
Oh no!
Wow.
What the are those shoes?
Will I Am. I don't even.
This is also somewhat tame for Will I Am. Everything he wears for the most part is a gimmick. So do I like it? No. But it's him. And he's historically, this is tame.
Wow. Where to begin? So he's got the hoodie.
Same glasses as Lenny.
He's got he's borrowed Lenny's glasses, but also like a biker helmet because it extends all the way up his head. It's like he didn't know what to wear exactly. He's like, he went
Those
jogging in
shoes are like some kind of modified Eskimo snowshoe. That's what they remind me of. They're probably some Balenciaga train wreck that fucking cost, thousands of dollars.
morning. But then he went on a moon bounce in the afternoon. But then he put on a jacket that's 3 sizes too big for him.
I know. He looks like he's gonna wash the floors with those shoes.
Oh man, those shoes are wild. What is happening with those shoes? Are they ice skates? What are they? Do they have rocket boosters upon them?
They're Swiffer branded.
That's what I'm saying.
Swiffer branded.
Nice.
Good call.
Mhm.
Has he been relevant for like 10 years?
Musically, only in the Latin world.
Okay.
Can you name a Black Eyed Peas song, Ben?
Don't tattoo your lips. Try this instead.
Ones who are frustrated with thinning lips. The ones who want to
I
get rid of
agree.
those vertical
Do
lines
not
around their mouth.
tattoo your lips.
Can I
ever.
name a Black Eyed Peas song?
Come on. You can do it.
I can hear it in my head.
By the way, I've worked on so many Black Eyed Peas records. I don't know what song you just did.
My humps.
Oh.
I can't remember when Fergie was a solo artist and when she was with the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, it's blurry.
Like, I just remember milkshakes and yards and such.
Not her. That was Khalees.
That's okay. So I'm totally blind. I don't know.
But same era and could be confused. I get it.
No cigar, Ben.
Fergalicious, was that like in her solo
Yep.
period?
That was her solo.
I don't know any of these people and don't care. Also, he has random punctuation in his name, which, by the way, like he has a couple of periods. I figure he should have dropped a semicolon or something, like something interesting.
All right. You got to be careful saying he's got a couple periods around these parts. I mean, you could be talking, are we talking punctuation or pretend menstruation?
Right.
Wow.
I think we're
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
CeeLo Green.
I want to see.
CeeLo. So first of all,
CeeLo, Jesus, we got to talk. This is like some kind of, oh God, this is like some kind of mishmash. The Golden Girls meets Sister Act, starring Whoopi Goldberg, sons, dreadlocks. I mean, what in the ever-loving hell? CeeLo, congratulations. You have won the worst dress award of the night from Crimes and Fashion. Your commemorative trophy will be in the mail.
oh, CeeLo is like a shockingly talented singer.
Yes.
Like FU is actually kind of a great song.
Yes.
And he looks like he's a refugee from the Star Trek episode with Stacey Abrams.
He looks like when Shaq played the genie.
Yes.
Oh my
when Shaq played the genie, but really short.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it has like a Fifth Element.
That's right.
Oh yeah,
feel
no, I
to
mean
it, too.
this is direct from Hunger Games. I mean, this is just like, and then he's also got like a gong, and then he's wearing like pointy shoes, and he will grant you 3 wishes.
Meryl Streep in a suit.
So first of all, I like that on the stage it looks.
Meryl Streep in a suit doing an impersonation of a LabCorp technician in a very bougie uniform. Meryl. Oh God, do not start venturing into Hillary Clinton, Chairman Mao pantsuit territory. You don't know. You don't need to go there.
Look like they're walking in from a different dimension, because they really are walking in from a different dimension called Left Wing America.
This is Mark Ronson, the producer. He married Meryl Streep's daughter, so that's his mother-in-law.
Okay, that's his mother-in-law. So first of all, awkward. Second of all, again, they look like they're coming from a terrible future to warn you about impending doom. Mark Ronson and Meryl Streep wander out of a portal from the future. Wearing this
a future without shirts, apparently.
Right, and
I don't mind.
sons hold their mother-in-law's hand as they walk. I don't get it.
Feathers.
Okay, so there's a person that we actually know over here because we interviewed her, Montana Tucker.
I don't know who Montana Tucker is, and I don't know what the yellow ribbon stands for, but the dress itself, the silhouette of the dress is lovely. Whoops.
And good for her for actually, fostering a good message. There she is to bring them home yellow ribbon, which is, of course, about the hostages who are stuck in the Gaza Strip, and dressed like a woman.
That dress is beautiful.
Again, is like a shocking thing at the Grammys. Okay, so that was the Grammys. These are your moral exemplars.
All righty. Y'all give me 1 second. I have to check. One more thing. Okay. Ooh. All right. Wasn't that fun, kids? All right. Let's get rid of that. Ben, I got to tell you, this was a lot of fun. Who knew that you were like, I mean, you and I were in lockstep on several of our opinions. So just look at that, Ben. Just someplace else where you can be right. Okay, Ben, thank you so much. Thanks for playing. All right. There is something else I want to talk about that I have had in my inbox, the drunk elephant story. Let me hold on, I'm going to find it. Oh, please tell me it's in the subject line. Yes, it is. Yes. All right. I sent this to myself. My God, has it really been that long? I sent this article to myself on January 15th. That's how long I've had this in here to talk about. Let me bring the link up. All right. Oh, this is on, it's interesting. I wonder why this is on Vice. Oh, God. I'm glad, though, because now we have pictures to go with it. All right, let me share this. Now, for any of you who are not familiar, Drunk Elephant is a line of skincare products that I actually was a devotee of Drunk Elephant for quite a while. And I still, while I haven't used their line it's been several years now, I know the product line is constantly expanding, and I have to think that it's just continuing to get better and better. Price point, it's on the pricier side, but not for skincare. Now, is it on the pricier side if you're, if you either don't do a skincare regimen, or you buy products at big drugstores like Neutrogena, L'Oreal, etc. Is it cheap in that respect? No, but in the respect of if you're going to go into Sephora or Ulta, and interestingly enough, I wonder if it's still sold at Sephora, because it is sold at Ulta. And typically, I know I had bought it at Sephora in the past several times. They have a couple cult favorites. Ouch. The is it framboise or framboise acid? It's kind of like I don't think it's glycolic acid, but it's kind of like a peel. Then they have something called TLC baby facial. Marula oil is what they're known for, and this skincare. The company is named Drunk Elephant because what the products are made with, which is marula oil, most of them, the berries from the marula tree, when elephants eat them, they begin to act tipsy. So that's why she named the product line Drunk Elephant. The packaging is super cute. It's while it's pretty minimal, everything's like bright colors. Like that I think that I don't know how you say it. Well, we're going to find out how you say it, because it's going to make me crazy. So we're going to ask Google. And I think it's just French for raspberry or something like that. Framboise. When I was a kid, my aunt worked at Marshall Fields, and she would always send us Frango mints. And okay, here we go. Framboise. It's Framboise. I want to know how it's pronounced. Oh, let me put pronunciation. I think it's used in food. We'll have it. Okay, it's framboise. Framboise. But let the experts. Let's let the experts pronounce it so that when I want to pronounce it again in the future, I will say it properly. All right. Ready? Let's hope it's the woman.
Framboise.
Oh, what? Come again?
Framboise.
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 Framboise. Okay, now give it to us in English. Dumb it down for us. Framboise. Yeah, like I said it the first time.
Framboise.
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 Framboise. Or a hybrid between the two. Framboise. All right, so that's that. So it's framboise. Oh, yeah, what is it? Tell us what it is. Belgian lambic beer. Oh, raspberries. Okay, that's what I thought. All righty, so it's got something in beer. It's fermented with raspberry. All right, so anyway, but yes, the product lines, like it'll be white, the body is probably white plastic. All the lids are different colors like this. Yellow, like a really pretty, like that blue. Geez, wow, that is wild. Okay, do y'all ever have that? Is a blast from the past. That is a friend I have not, who moved out of town. I haven't seen her in years. She's really good about texting me Thanksgiving, Christmas, and my birthday. She's super sweet, and her birthday is one day after mine. But it's pretty rare for her to ever, text me when it's not. So when I looked down and saw, I was like, "Oh my God, I wonder what that's about." But anyway, so Drunk Elephant, it's a mid-range priced beauty brand. You can buy at Ulta, I noticed. They have like how companies who have several products will oftentimes bundle together like a starter kit or cult favorites. And they have done, Drunk Elephant has they call it the minis. And you get, I think you get it's either 4 or 6 of their most popular products within the line. And it's like $110. But, unfortunately, skincare, it's costs a lot of money because women will pay it. That's why. But you will not go wrong if you just remember that no product that you buy in a store, in a brick and mortar store, or even on the internet for the most part, can do a lot of what they say it's going to do, because it's regulated by the FDA, and they cannot, the products with the most efficacy are the ones with the highest glycolic acid percentage, and other things, active ingredients. But they cannot put them in concentrations that are high enough to make them available over the counter. So you're only going to get so much efficacy from those products. Does it help prevent future issues? Sure, probably. But there is nothing in a bottle that you're going to buy at Ulta or Sephora or anywhere else that is going to turn back the hands of time. And that's, of course, they're not going to tell you that, but I am. And you don't need me to tell you that. You know that. But apparently, kind of like we were talking about women going out and getting facial work done when they don't need it. And it does the opposite. It is taking women are, and I'm not talking about injectables. I'm talking surgery. It will make you look older. It will do the exact opposite of what you're trying to do. And this story that's been in my inbox since January 15th apparently is becoming like a problem. And that is young girls using these kinds of products. And it's like, I mean, I'm going to read the article. I don't know how long it is. I don't think it's terribly long. But I mean, I've always said God definitely knew what he was doing by not giving me a girl. That being said, even if I had a girl, I don't care how extra I may be, etc. You always want your children to stay children as long as possible. You want them to be innocent as long as possible. I mean, when my son was little, I told you the funny story about the Kids Bop. Because I didn't want, while I was listening to, 50 Cent, everybody in the club, I didn't want my 4-year-old or my 5-year-old going to kindergarten and singing that song. So I didn't listen to that shit when he was in the car. It's the social media. I mean, it's just people are giving their kids access to so many things that are letting kids know they're learning about things that they shouldn't be too early. And I just cannot believe that there are mothers. And listen, it's not about the price, okay? I mean, that's just another layer of the ridiculousness. The fact that Drunk Elephant products are expensive. I wouldn't give a shit if it was the Walmart brand of CeraVe or Neutrogena, anything. It's not about the price. That's just, like I said, a little more ridiculousness. But to be showing little girls at 10 years old, it is so many kinds of wrong. It like all these messages are wrong. So the first one that occurs to me is you're showing your 10-year-old that, oh yes, honey, you should start putting this cream on your skin. Why, mommy? Oh, because it'll keep you pretty. Well, aren't I pretty now? Why, if I don't put this on, will it make me not pretty? I mean, it just sends such a I just think it's so reckless. I think it's stupid. I think it's doing the child such a disservice. I just, and like I said, I didn't have a girl, but it doesn't matter, boy or girl. That's irrelevant. You want your children to be children as long as possible. My goal was always to shield my child from any of the unpleasant things in life. His job was never to worry about paying the mortgage, making a car payment, how much the groceries cost, etc. It just wasn't. Children, and that is not, listen, I understand people struggle in this world. Everybody struggles. I don't give a shit how much money you have. Everybody struggles. Money doesn't help everything, okay? Money won't do anything if your health goes to shit. It might help you get to a doctor quicker, but you know, the things that there's no one immune to, things like cancer, etc. It doesn't matter how your bank balance does not matter. So I understand that people struggle, and you know, your kids pick up on things because obviously if you're struggling, you're stressed. But to the best of your ability, you try, you should try to keep your children innocent of, they've got a whole lifetime ahead of them as an adult to have to worry about all the things. That, I mean, and you know what? That is the greatest gift anybody can give their kids. Your kids do not need fucking cell phones. They don't need tablets. They don't need Xboxes. I mean, if you can afford it and you want your kids to have them, great. Do they need them to grow up to be a happy, well-adjusted, productive member of society? Absolutely not. That is the greatest gift you can give a child. You give them a good sense of self and tell them, you are beautiful. You are good enough just as you are. So, hey, B. Ogden, how are you? So, when I see fucking morons buying their children beauty products, regardless of the cost, whether it's $1 or $1,000. It's stupid. It is, my God, it's such a destructive, damaging message to send real early. That's like 5th grade. Possibly, I guess it could be 6th grade if you have a child that starts, has a late birthday. I'm telling you, and some people are going to tell me I'm wrong, and what do you know? And I'm saying this as someone who, let's just say I'm a fan of self-care and husband care, and anybody who wants to give me some care, I'll take it. It's what I'm about to say is not me. I am totally acknowledging that I do all of these things for myself, but I'm a fucking adult. I don't think this is nearly as egregious as the skincare thing, but I gotta tell you, if I go to get a pedicure, I don't want to be sitting next to a 6-year-old getting a pedicure. And listen, I've got I know my mother has taken my nieces when they were pretty young to the nail salon. I personally would not do it. I think I don't think that is not the same in my mind as the beauty products, but I think it's still something that, middle school, that I think is appropriate. First and second grade? No, I don't think that's appropriate. I don't think it's necessary. But if you want to do it with your kid, do it. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do. I just, these are things that are obviously becoming enough of an issue that there's articles done on Vice. I guess all that being said, it will not come as a surprise to you that I am absolutely disgusted and repulsed by shows like Toddlers in Tiaras. I don't think that's even a thing anymore. But even years ago when that show was really popular, like Dance Moms, all that stuff, I think those people are fucking vile. I think it is a bunch of nut job mothers who are kind of living vicariously through their children, and they're pimping them out for their own. I just think it's gross. Absolutely gross. And fifth graders? See, I'm sorry. And I know this probably won't be popular with some people, but I don't give a shit. If you are allowing your fifth grader to wear makeup, like, why? That would be my question. Why? Why does a fifth grader need to wear makeup? I mean, I know that when I was never allowed to wear any makeup until middle school. And even then, of course, I would, sneak stuff. But I can promise you, I would not have been walking out the door in a full beat. No way. And kids do sneak things. And that to me, I would prefer that. I would prefer if a fifth grader, a fourth grader is running around in a face full of makeup, I would prefer to find out that it was because they took some of mom's and put it on in the bathroom at school. I don't want to hear that mom gave it to him and introduced him to the color wheel. That's nuts. Yep, I remember middle school eyeliner, lipstick. Like, I never wore eyeshadow or any of that shit. And I think the first time I had skincare was probably high school, and it would have been Clinique because it was, hyperallergenic. And did I need it? No. But I just think there is no upside to me to introducing your girls, especially, to any suggestion that the way they are needs to be improved. Like, why would you do that? I can't imagine. It is hard enough. Listen, I would not go back. If somebody said to me, if you would agree to go back to middle school and maybe up to the 10th grade of high school, if you agree, we will reverse age you to the age of your choice. But you've got to go. You've got to go in real time through all of middle school and up to at least the 10th grade of high school. No, thank you. And I say that not having any of the pressures of social media. And I had, were my parents perfect? No. But I can tell you this, I never got the message that, oh, honey, you better start. No, if with me, it was the opposite. My mom was trying to keep me out of her stuff. If anything, I was overindulged. That was my problem. But not with destructive, it laid the groundwork for some habits I maybe wish I didn't have. Shopping, but so if that's the worst cross I have to bear, these kids to have to listen, unless you were incredibly blessed and had a wonderful adolescent. I know I didn't. I mean, I was very blessed in the respect that I did not have concerns that other kids had. I never had to be worried about, I never moved around. I lived in one house my whole life. My parents were married. I had everything I ever needed and most of what I wanted. So I was very blessed in that respect, but that certainly doesn't mean that I, felt great. And no, not at all. I was like, every other kid, just trying to figure it out. And to think, I mean, you know what we did? We prank phone calls. Like, I can think back to a couple of like, there was a couple kids that were really weird. I'm talking really, they got a lot of, not by me, but there was certainly two that I can think of that were really tormented. And I'm not excusing it, but I am going to say they were very odd. Like, it, as an adult looking back, even I can say it was wrong, but I can see why kids did it. Doesn't make it right. But, and those kids, like, but it stayed at school. The worst that ever, like, I can remember the one, like, we would make a prank phone call on the weekends. And it would be something like, oh, is so-and-so there? Oh, well, this is so-and-so's sister. He really likes her. That kind of shit. Nowadays, they don't get to leave. Like, they don't get to leave things at school. You never can escape it. It's in the palm of your hand. My son, social media was really starting to become prominent when I'd have to say high school, maybe. I remember Snapchat was really becoming a thing. And I monitored his phone. He had a laptop, but it was, he had to have it for school. But he always knew. Don't ever think that this thing, that's not yours, that's mine. And as long as I pay the bill, I'll take it anytime I want to. And I'll look at it anytime I want to. And I did. And I get it. It's hard. It's a job. And it just becomes more difficult. But these kids, and girls especially, these poor kids are just, and you know, you look at what they look at as their I don't want to say role model, because the trash dashians, they are no role models. They shouldn't be for anyone. They are absolutely man-made creations who do not even resemble what they actually look like, without a shit ton of surgery, a whole lot of less invasive measures, a hell of a lot of filtering. I'm sorry, but whenever you see them, or any of the things that these kids look at and look up to, they're all filtered to the gods. I mean, I feel so bad when I see these young girls and everything's filtered, and I want to say, honey, stop with the filters. You're in the prime of your life. This is you're not going to get younger. It's going to go the opposite way. You don't need filters. You got your whole life to filter. Enjoy this. You don't need a filter. Filters are for old ladies like me. It's just so, I just feel really bad for these kids. And to think that some stupid ass mother, and not just one, it just sends such a, it's just a dangerous message. And, you know, it's, unfortunately, it's the media's job. It's the product's marketing job to sell you on all these things you need to look good, and you can't stop that. So leave that to them, because that's their job. Your job as a parent is to tell your kids they don't need that shit. Not now. You've got time for that. So what kind of dumbass takes their kid at 10 years old to wherever it is, I don't care what store it is, and buys them? Because Drunk Elephant, ladies, they do not make color cosmetics. Not as far as I know. So they are strictly a skincare line. And I'm sure some dumbass would say, well, you know, this is just, it's a preventative measure. Good skincare starts early, not at fucking 10. You want to do your kids a favor for good skincare? Slather them in sunscreen. That's what you can do. That's the only kind of skincare you need to give your kids. That's the preventative. Sunscreen, also known as zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. And you can buy that at Walgreens or lots of other places. That is the preventative. That is how you keep from having to buy all the other shit as you get older. So let's just see what this has to say. And y'all, I tell you what, if I was at the store and I saw some dumbass buying or testing Drunk Elephant products on her 10-year-old, knowing me as I know myself, you know, to thine own self be true, I would definitely leave that aisle immediately, because it would be hard for me to mind my own business and not give them my opinion that they aren't asking for. So, we asked a dermatologist, is rating Sephora setting, oh, is that what we call them? Gen Alpha? I learned something new. Setting Gen Alpha up for skin problems down the road. Guess what? I don't give a shit if it is or is not setting them up for skin problems. I'm worried about them having emotional problems and self-image problems. Skin problems, that's the least of their potential problems. My God. What? Oh, please tell me. Tell me this is not Instagram posts. Oh my God. Oh, see, there's that bottle I was talking about, that pretty blue. This is cleanser right here. This is jelly cleanser. And I know this because I used to use these products. This is the TLC baby facial, it looks like. This is so just, oh, this just pisses me off so bad. It really does. To see, look at the one in the middle. She is a baby. I mean, this one right here, my guess, even though they all look probably several years older than they are, which that in itself that's a whole nother tangent. But this one of the three that are pictured here, this one appears to me to be older than the other two. This one right here, that little girl looks like she is 7 or 8 at best. This one, the little bit I can see, about the same. I don't believe for 1 minute that either one of these two are 10. And yes, of course, look at this. Of course, we've got to have the Instagram post. What the fuck is wrong with you? Am I the only one who, when my kid was growing up, and I grew up in, if there even is such a thing anymore, but back then there still kind of was, a safe neighborhood. I lived in a town that was small enough that the town had their own police, and they patrolled in a I'm not going to say how small it was because I'm just not, but suffice it to say it was small enough that every cop knew just about everybody that lived there. And you knew that in the middle of the night while you were sleeping, they were driving, at least one of them was driving up and down every single street in the neighborhood, just making sure that everything was nothing, out of the ordinary. So I do not understand parents who willingly put their children, little children like this, and we know this is some kind of Instagram post, okay? I don't know if these two are. My guess would be yes. This absolutely looks like a social media post. Why? Knowing what kind of monsters walk amongst us, most of whom do not walk around wearing a sign around their neck that says, "Hi, I'm a PDF file. I'm a serial killer. I'm a kidnapper." I mean, I cannot imagine willingly. Let me tell you, one of the biggest, there was a lot of arguments between me and my son's father when social media was coming into prominence, and he had his own social media and he liked to put our son on it. And he was young. He was the age of, I would imagine, one of these kids. And I came unglued more than one time and said, I do not want you putting him on social media. Stop. Because, yeah, I wasn't interested in serving my children up for every fucking weirdo on the internet just to, who knows what. Despite the best efforts of a certain 2-hour advert, which I loved, little girls were not all asking for dolls this year. Instead, many parents reported that skincare was a top priority on their children's Christmas lists for girls as young as 8. Oh yes, look at that. I'm sorry. I think this girl's mother, bitch, you ought to be in jail. Sorry, not sorry. You've got, I think this little girl's 8. Maybe not her. But that is a tiny little girl who's filtered, quite obviously. Looks like she's, I don't know, looks like she's got a little bit of makeup on. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Meanwhile, workers at Sephora are recounting tales of children coming into the store, destroying samples, throwing abuse at staff while demanding premium skincare products by Drunk Elephant, Glow Recipe, Sol de Janeiro, which, by the way, I tried that. That is absolute a fucking gimmick from Maine to Spain. That's billed as some kind of Brazilian butt cream. Now, I didn't buy it for that. It's supposed to firm the skin. And I was like, damn, I am seeing this shit everywhere. I'm going to try it. And I happened to be looking for a body cream. So I was like, you know what? I am seeing this stuff all over the place. I'm going to try it. And I'm a sucker for packaging. And I like the packaging. Yeah. And it was a total gimmick. I didn't even care for it as a lotion. Not for what it cost. Had it been, $20, I'd have kept it. But I think, if I remember correctly, it's $45-50 for a jar. The bottles, whoops. The bottles for these skincare ranges shimmer like jewels in paste and neon. That is true. And they have an obvious childlike appeal. But as they were designed for adult skin, they often contain active ingredients that are too harsh for children, like retinol, glycolic acid, and vitamin C. And that is true. Drunk Elephant does contain all those things. And I have used physician grade skincare. So I know what I'm talking about when I say, if Drunk Elephant, for someone like me who's used medical grade skincare in the past, no, for me, it's not anything that I would say be careful. If you're experienced with skincare, I wouldn't say, oh yeah, you're gonna, most skincare that's got glycolic acid in it or any kind of retinol, which is, it's just an exfoliator. That's how it brightens skin. It sloughs off the first surface layer of old skin. Medical grade skincare goes much deeper and it burns. But if you're a child or you're someone who has never used skincare products containing any kind of higher concentrations of glycolic or retinol, absolutely this would be, the kid would be crying the following day. But for me, it's not about any of that. It's not about the price. It's not about, it could burn them. No, it's about the very wrong message that it sends, letting your child delve into this. Listen, as we all know, there's a lifetime waiting to blow all kinds of money at Sephora, buying bullshit you either don't need or it won't work. Why start in, fourth grade? Generation Alpha, those born between 2010 and 2023, is considered to be the first generation brought up in a fully digital world. Oh, can't wait. Often given unbridled access to TikTok and Instagram. Shitty parents. They're exposed to a whole slew of influencer marketing, which we can guess is where they learned about Drunk Elephant. Yeah, see, that's what happens when your parents aren't paying attention. Why else would a preteen be asking for a serum that reduces wrinkles? Why would a 10-year-old need a $55 eye cream? But we can't just blame social media. It's common for children to want to copy their parents and act older than they are. Yep. It's just that when I was young, my mom moisturized with Nivea, and Clinique was considered a ripoff. Look at that child. Do you know who that reminds me of? Do you remember, if you ever watched The Real Housewives in New Jersey, the first couple seasons, that trash bag, Teresa Giudice? Do you remember her shitty, bitchy little girl, Gia? Yeah, Teresa was that dumbass. That kid looks just like Gia. And something tells me she'll have a personality like her as well. Rather than distancing themselves from their preteen fandom, Drunk Elephant released a statement in December stating that, yes, many of our products are designed for all skin, including kids and tweens. However, they warned off, quote, more potent products that include acids and retinols. Their skin does not need these ingredients quite yet. Yeah, let's wait until, 7th grade. Most dermatologists do not recommend retinol under the age of 25. And to me, none of this is about Drunk Elephants. While I find it irresponsible, Drunk Elephant's job is to sell Drunk Elephant. It's the parents' job to not buy it. And it's expensive enough that they're not taking their, well, I guess it depends on what kind of allowance or babysitting. I don't know. What does babysitting garner an hour these days? I couldn't tell you. But Drunk Elephant's not cheap. So, and then, here's some more of the posts from Drunk Elephant. I don't even care about that. What are the actual consequences if a kid does ask for harsh products and parents give in? Will Gen Alpha have the glowiest skin of all time, or will they break out in hives? I asked dermatologist Sharon Wong about this expensive new childhood hobby. I don't even care about the answer. I'm just reading it to myself before I decide what to read. Oh, look at this. My gosh, that's interesting. The dermatologist, her thoughts are in line with mine. Before the teenage years and the onset of acne and so on, skin is still really sensitive. It is still really thin. The emphasis at this age should be on sun protection, protecting the skin barrier, hypoallergenic products, and minimal fragrances and preservatives. If anything, with anti-aging products like retinols, you could compromise the skin barrier and make their skin more sensitive. Kind of like when you're a beautiful 27 some odd year old girl in the prime of your life at peak facial beauty, and you decide to go and have a shit ton of plastic surgery that you don't need, then makes you look like a woman in your 40s who's had too much. That's how that works. At what age should children start skincare? 6 or 7, engaging them about skin health is a good thing. And of course, sunscreen. I'm not, a lot of this I'm not reading, y'all, because this is not why I read the article. Oh, what should they definitely not be using? Definitely be nowhere near retinols, no exfoliating acids, no vitamin C. Then they talk about acne, which that's an exception. We're not talking about that. And you wouldn't use Drunk Elephant for acne. You would go to your dermatologist. What can happen if they actually use these products? Blah, blah, blah. If a 9-year-old asks you for Drunk Elephant retinol cream, what should you say to them? Not until you're 18 or later, even. I would say retinols probably shouldn't need to feature in your skincare until at least your mid-20s. Sunscreen. Sunscreen. That's it. That's it. That's all. That's the best. That is the best thing. That's the best lesson as far as a beauty regimen that you could give your kids. And I mean, I'm from a time where, okay, living in Florida, fair skinned. This is honest to God, a true story. I remember being a kid and being at the beach. My mom said we were at the beach all day. And she said, every time I tried to put sunscreen on you, you just, you were just not having it. And she didn't fight me. And I remember the next day, I went to school wearing a dress. I can still see the dress. I can tell you what it looks like. It was polyester. My mother didn't know, I guess, of my vehement dislike for polyester. And I'm talking scratchy. Okay, listen, this was the 70s. Okay. And it was scratchy. And it had an apple applique on it. And I remember I was so sunburned. I went home from school and I could not even pick my arms up for my mom to pull that dress off of me. And she went and got scissors out of the kitchen and she cut it off of me. So I know a thing or two about sun and skincare. And I mean, I'm noticing now, and I was never until I was probably into the point where it didn't even matter at that point. Sunscreen, we didn't even know until, like I said, the point where it's probably too late. And I am now starting to see a lot of the effects of living in Florida, baking in the sun. And I, knock on wood, so far, I've been incredibly fortunate and lucky to not have any skin cancers. But I can tell you that when I put my makeup on in that, magnified mirror, I see like here, I see a lot of it around my nose, hyperpigmentation, which are just fancy medical jargon for dark spots, age spots caused by UV exposure. I mean, now we know better. So the best thing you could teach your kids from an early age about taking care, I wouldn't even frame it as taking care, protecting, is sunscreen. That's it. That's all. No more. I'm telling you, everybody better hope I never come across some little shithead in Ulta or Sephora mowing through a bunch of skincare products. I would definitely have to excuse myself and go to another aisle because honestly, there's just some things where I would probably not be able to keep my opinions to myself. And because listen, I've already said one of the major reasons I've tried so hard to stay out of jail and or prison is because I have no interest in seeing what color my hair is. I don't need to know. I know a lot of it's gray. As to the rest of it, no, it can remain a mystery. I don't need to know. I'm good. Ignorance is bliss. My God, you guys, it's 4:00. Speaking of hair, tomorrow I'm getting my hair done. So when we meet again, my hair will be clean and root. Oh, I won't look at that damn root zipper. Zoop! Get that fixed right on up. So tomorrow's Thursday. Wait a minute. Yes, today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes, Tuesday. Okay, so tomorrow's Tuesday. I am either going to come back on Thursday or Friday. And what should we do? Makeup? I think that's what we should do. Because I know a lot of people want, and I will. I'll either do it when we start, or if I can, maybe when I'm cooking tomorrow, I will look up different. I'm going to look up different eye colors and what colors make which eye colors pop. I'll do hair color and skin tone. I think that's a little more difficult and more. There's so many ranges of skin tone that I'd rather not wade into that. I mean, hair color and eye color, there's not that many. So and that's what I'll do. I'm just going to bring a bunch of makeup in here. I'm going to bring a bunch of brushes in here. And I'm going to tell you which ones I love, which ones I like. I have been buying some more inexpensive brands, and I like a lot of them. So I think that's what we shall do. Unless, I don't know, some very important Karama business might have to take precedence. Probably not, though. All right. Well, thank you all for hanging out with me. This was fun. I'm so glad the mic is. God, I hope it's everything I wanted it to be. I can't wait to listen to it on. I think a lot of the reason I didn't know how different, and when I say different, that's just me trying to zhuzh up what it really was, which was shitty. I don't think I really realized just how bad that microphone was, because I'll tell you why. Because when I would listen on the replay, because I always go back and I listen to every single live. I don't always do it that day, but I always go back and listen, because that's how I know. And oftentimes I watch and listen, but at the very least I listen. And that's because that's how I know when I do really annoying shit, like constantly play with my hair. I know that's just a thing that I do. And if it annoys me, it probably annoys you. That's how I know. Like if I say something that I hear myself saying on the replay and oh God, I cringe, then I make a note to myself, which I'll probably not be able to remember, but at least I do make the note. Like, don't say that again. That's why I do that. But when I do that, I am usually listening through the most optimum equipment. Like in my living room, there's a big sound bar. There's speakers in the ceiling. My car stereo is decent. But I am very anxious to see how much of a difference I hear with this mic, because me and Crazy Nurse did sound check last night to make sure everything was working before I, came in here and we had a few false starts. So you guys are hearing it before I'm actually hearing it. So I am anxious to hear that. Oh, Nikki, yes, I will bring it in. I have a couple things, but it's the application. It's the way I've been trying something new lately. So yes, I will. And you guys can ask me any kind of you ask me questions. And if I can answer them, and I'm not saying I can, but I will try. Fatelyn. Hi, PH Atlin. I'm sorry. I haven't seen your name before, and I'm sure I'm butchering that. I apologize. So I'm going to say hi, welcome, and bye. Unfortunately, your timing is, but it's nothing you said. I promise. It's me. I've been going on for far too long. So, but I hope you'll come back. All right, kids. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you Thursday or Friday where we'll talk about makeup and who knows, whatever else we get into. All right. Thank you, mods. I appreciate you. Bye, kids.